Chapter 39. The Special Star Demon usually had a small team. The Star Demon in the team was not weak. Some were even at the peak of the nebula stage. This was also the reason why Zhang Hua brought Ji Xiling and the others. When necessary, he would need their help. It's indeed strange that the Special Star Demon appeared alone. Zhang Hua thought for a moment and said, "I'd rather kill the wrong person than let it go. Wait for my news." Everyone nodded and said nothing more. After lunch, they split up again and went to their respective places. Zhang Hua and the other 4 people changed places, but Ji Xiling and the others did not. Jiang Chongkong was 1 step ahead of them. He placed the stone with the mark on the path they had to pass. He carved a lot, afraid that Ji Xiling and the others would not notice it. The 3 of them walked and did not pay much attention to the ground. However, martial artists had sharp eyes. Martial artists at the peak of the nebula stage had good eyesight. In addition, Jiang Chongkong had placed it on purpose. Yenyu and Ji Xiling, who were walking at the front, saw it immediately. They nonchalantly kicked over the stone and continued walking as if nothing had happened. Huang Minji followed behind and did not know what was going on. He did not say anything when he saw them kicking the stone. The 2 top students were angry. If he dared to say anything, they would kick him. Huang Minji returned to the original spot and hid in the grass to wait. "I have a stomachache. I'm going to relieve myself," Yenshua said. "Senior, why, do you really want to monitor me?" Ji Xiling's face turned cold. "Do you believe that I will kill you?" Huang Minji immediately cowered and said weakly, "I just want to remind you that it's already lit. Be careful of the Star Demon." Yenshua left immediately. Her footsteps seemed slow, but they were actually extremely fast. In a few breaths, she arrived at the place where the mark was. There were also some stones that extended into the grass. Yenshua walked straight over. She was puzzled. The mark was hers. She did not carve it, and neither did Ji Xiling. Could it be Zhouwen? Not long after, a figure appeared, squatting in the weeds, using the weeds to hide. Yenshua exclaimed, "Jiang Chongkong?" She remembered Jiang Chongkong's rescue very clearly. Over the past few days, Ji Xiling had also told her that Ji Xiling was a loyal brother. He dared to come to the rescue alone. It could be said that he was willing to disregard his life for his brother. Moreover, there were not many men who could catch Ji Xiling's attention. Therefore, Yenshua had a good impression of Jiang Chongkong. "Senior Yenshua." Jiang Chongkong nodded and said, "I thought it was senior sister Ziling. Why didn't you leave?" Yenshua frowned. "It's dangerous here. You should leave immediately." "It's fine. I know Kexiang's students. They gave me a compass." Jiang Chongkong took out the Yuanwu compass and said, "With this, it won't be a problem to avoid danger." Yenshua's expression softened. "Go back first. We still need some time." "I'll go back after some time. I need to kill more Star Demon." Jiang Chongkong shook his head. "I need your help." Yenshua's expression turned anxious. "When you return to school, look for Vice Principal Chen Hua immediately. Ask him to send someone to save Zhouwen." "Save Zhouwen? What happened to Brother One?" Jiang Chongkong's heart skipped a beat. Didn't Zhouwen go back? Could it be that something had happened again? Yenshua's expression was ugly. "Zhang Hua already knows that Zhouwen is following us. He secretly asked Chen Sanyan to keep an eye on him. We can't leave. We have to help him kill the Star Demon. Otherwise, Zhouwen will be killed. So that's why. Chen Sanyan didn't kill Zhouwen. He was keeping him alive to threaten them." Brother One already went back." Jiang Chongkong was taken aback. He took out his phone. "If you don't believe me, give him a call." Yenshua went back? How did he go back? Would Chen Sanyan let him go back? Yenshua took the phone. She didn't make a call. Instead, she made a video call. "Senior Yenshua," Zhouwen said excitedly. "Yenshua, you went back," Zhouwen said excitedly, on the way back. Senior Yanxue, it's great that you're fine. But she hung up and passed the phone to Jiang Changkong. A cold expression flashed across her pretty face. Zhang Hua, you're dead. Jiang Changkong. Was she going to lay her cards on the table? Was she going to beat Zhang Hua up? After a while, Yanxue calmed down. Let's wait a little longer. There's already news about the special star demon. I want him to not get the special star stone. Senior Yanxue, if you kill Zhang Hua, I'm afraid you'll have to silence him, Jiang Changkong reminded her carefully. There was one more thing he didn't say. If these two senior sisters could handle it, in that case, he would go and chop Zhang Hua into pieces without hesitation. Ahem, Zhang Hua is an elite of the school. We can't kill him. Yanxue coughed lightly and said, however, it's not that easy to get the special star stone. Jiang Changkong said excitedly, snatch the special star stone? Yanxue shook her head slightly. We can't. After all, he was the one who found it. Others can snatch it, but we can't. Jiang Changkong didn't know what to say. They couldn't snatch it and they couldn't kill him. He didn't know what to talk about. After a while, Yanxue said, if you don't want to leave, you have the Yuanwu compass. It's okay to be careful. Now, Zhouwen is not in danger. You stay nearby and look for us if anything happens. No one can touch you. Okay. Thank you, Senior Yanxue, Jiang Changkong said. I'll go back first. Yanxue turned around and left. She added, I'll ask Xiling to look for you later. Jiang Changkong watched her leave and waited for Ji Xiling to arrive. Yanxue returned to Ji Xiling's side and whispered something in her ear. Then she fell silent. Ji Xiling's eyes flashed with joy. She left immediately. Huang Minji glanced at her and didn't dare to say anything. Good brother. Ji Xiling had a big smile on her face. She came to his side and patted his shoulder like a big brother. Jiang Changkong's expression stiffened. Didn't she know how to be gentle? He grimaced again when he touched the wound. What's wrong? Ji Xiling retracted her hand and looked at him with concern. Jiang Changkong said nonchalantly, It's nothing. It's just a small wound. It'll heal soon. Let me take a look. Ji Xiling frowned. Where's the wound? I'll treat you. Jiang Changkong then remembered Ji Xiling's healing ability. The wound had scabbed, but with treatment it could heal quickly without leaving any scars. He tore open his clothes and revealed the scar. Ji Xiling glanced at it and cast a healing spell. Knife wound? Did you stab yourself again? Jiang Changkong, stop it. I'm not a masochist. I haven't stabbed myself in a long time. No, you shouldn't be so cruel to yourself. It's already pierced. Looking at his back, Ji Xiling's expression darkened. Tell me, who hurt you? Who dares to hurt my brother? It's Chen Sanyan. We fought before. Jiang Changkong didn't hide it. Chen Sanyan was dead anyway. I'm fine now. You go on with your business. I'll kill some star demon and get some star stones. Chen Sanyan, when he appears, he'll definitely avenge you. Ji Xiling snorted and said, As for star stones, Zhang Hua and the others have quite a lot. Jiang Changkong was tempted. Senior, no, brother, what do you mean? I've found out where their star stones are stored in their backpacks. When the special star demon appears, he won't be able to fight with his backpack. Ji Xiling smiled and said, When the time comes, I'll kick him further away. Brother, you take him with you and we'll split them. This was a good suggestion. Jiang Changkong was tempted. These people definitely had a lot of star stones in their backpack. Zhang Hua had more, and the quality was better. Perhaps he would be able to improve rapidly. It was a pity that he had to wait for the chaos. Should he help them? Chapter 40. Jiang Changkong thought about it and said, I have an immature idea. Ji Xiling asked curiously, Tell me, what is it? Why don't we attract a large group of star demon and get them to help kill it? Jiang Changkong said in a low voice, When I went to the river to drink water, I saw a lot of star demon corpses and attracted countless star demon. If we also attract so many of them and mix in the special star demons, will Zhang Hua make a move? Then Zhang Hua will definitely help, Ji Xiling said. She paused and asked, but where do we get the special star demon? The special star demon you're talking about is actually me. Jiang Changkong said expressionlessly, I hid behind the murderer and took the ball. You took the star smoke ball? The special star demon is you? Ji Xiling looked at him in shock. Are they idiots? They mistook you for a special star demon? Jiang Changkong shrugged. Now it seems that they are no different from idiots. He used the star demon to hide and only saw a figure. It was not strange that they thought wrong. Then let's do it, Ji Xiling decided. This is very dangerous, but I can guarantee that we can escape smoothly. Jiang Changkong said in a deep voice, I'm now in the late stage of nebula. The star demon in the middle stage of nebula can't break my defense. Together with the origin martial compass, I can escape easily. Ji Xiling pinched his arm and said, It's a pity that you don't cultivate the sunflower manual. Jiang Changkong. That was not interesting. It's decided. Don't worry about me and Yanxue. We can work together and escape. Ji Xiling said confidently. The two discussed the details of the operation and left. Jiang Changkong went to kill a star demon, cut off its claws, peeled off the star demon's skin, and wrapped it around his body. His hands reached deep into his claws, which were disguised as star demon claws. His body was covered with star demon skin, which was tightly wrapped around him. After dressing up, Jiang Changkong rushed to where Ji Xiling was. The shiny ball was called the star smoke ball. After being burned, it would release a golden smoke that would attract the star demon. The rich aroma was very attractive to the special star demon. At this moment, there were already more than a dozen star demon around the smoke ball. Both of them were at the peak of the star chi realm. Jiang Changkong didn't make a move. Sensing Jiang Changkong's presence, Ji Xiling suddenly swung her hand, and dozens of sword chi flew out. Thump, thump, more than 10 star demon died at the same time. Fresh blood gushed out. Senior sister, what are you doing? Huang Minji was shocked. Ji Xiling said expressionlessly, testing out a new martial art. It's not ideal. Huang Minji opened his mouth, but he didn't dare to say anything. He shut his mouth tactfully. The death of these star demon wouldn't affect anything. Not long after, a few more star demon arrived. A few more sword chi flew out, and the star demon died again. Senior sister, Huang Minji's expression was ugly. Junior brother, you have to understand that martial arts have to be constantly trained. Ji Xiling said earnestly, also, you have to choose the right martial art. Your talent isn't too bad, but you're only at the early stage of nebula. Isn't it embarrassing? Huang Minji's face turned red, but he held it in. He couldn't afford to offend a super genius. Yanxue's expression was cold. She didn't say anything and only watched. There were close to 20 star demon, and the smell of blood spread out. Jiang Changkong didn't move. He was staring at the origin martial compass. Ji Xiling was in a good mood. She said in a guiding tone, Junior brother, have you ever thought of changing to another martial art? No. Huang Minji's face twitched. Ji Xiling said with a hint of temptation, what if this martial art can help you improve quickly? What martial art? Huang Minji was a little tempted. If he could improve quickly, he didn't mind changing to another martial art. Ji Xiling said seriously, Sunflower Treasure Book. According to my speculation, it can help you develop large chest muscles and long legs. Huang Minji was dumbfounded. Yanxue's cold expression stiffened slightly, and a trace of blush appeared on her face. Are you recommending it to Jiang Changkong? Recommend it to someone else? Swoosh. Suddenly, the sound of weeds falling could be heard, and the ground trembled slightly. Many star demon rushed over. Oh no, senior sister, there's a large group of star demon. We shouldn't kill them. Huang Minji's expression changed drastically, and he said in fear. The temptation of the star smoke ball was not small to begin with. Coupled with the smell of blood, he might not be able to resist it. Boom! Suddenly, a ball of golden astral power rushed out, and a figure quickly rushed toward the star smoke ball. Look, it's a special humanoid star demon! Ji Xiling suddenly shouted. Special star demon, hurry up and catch him. Huang Minji's eyes immediately turned red. The humanoid star demon seemed to be frightened. It ignored the star smoke ball and turned around to run. I'll go stop him. Yanxue and Ji Xiling rushed out at the same time. Huang Minji took out his phone and called Zhang Hua. Boom! Sword energy flowed everywhere, intertwining with astral power, and the roar of a beast came from afar. Huang Minji was overjoyed. Did he stop it? He was going to make a contribution. Once he obtained the special star stone, Zhang Hua would definitely reward him. After the notification, Huang Minji stood there and waited. He did not go over. He was too weak and could not be of help. Moreover, he might be killed by the star demon. Roar! The star demon roared again, and the smell of blood became thicker. More and more star demon were attracted over. After fighting for more than 15 minutes, Zhang Hua finally arrived with his people. Where is the special star demon? It's fighting. 2 senior sisters are stopping it, Huang Minji hurriedly said. Without any hesitation, Zhang Hua led his people and rushed over. Chao Yi and the rest of the people also rushed over. Don't go! With a shout, Ji Xiling and Yanxue retreated instead of advancing. They even vomited blood. They watched as the star demon entered the group of star demons. What a strong special star demon! Was it a special skill just now? It can actually reflect back on us. The 2 of them were shocked. Zhang Hua just happened to see the special star demon disappear. When he heard this, he was so excited that he almost fainted. He shouted, "Kill, we must get the special star stone." Reflection skill? It could injure 2 super geniuses. If he got it, who among the super geniuses in the school would be his match? He would be number 1. Rumble! The ground trembled and dozens of star demon rushed out. The strongest one was in the middle stage of nebula. This is the special star demon's team. Its subordinates are here to save it, Ji Xiling exclaimed. What are you waiting for? We can't let the special star demon escape. Zhang Hua roared and took the lead to charge. A bunch of idiots! Ji Xiling felt disdain in her heart. You will know later that this is the star demon army. Jiang Changkong had waited for so long. The blood energy and smoke ball attracted more than dozens of star demon. When they attacked just now, they were also killing the star demon. There were dozens of them lying on the ground. Ji Xiling and Yanxue took the opportunity to retreat. They had no choice. They were injured. The rest was up to them. Of course, they didn't go far. They just pushed to the back. He took a look at a backpack. While they were focused on killing the star demon, he kicked it away when no one was paying attention. These people all had star stones in their backpack. It was just a matter of how many. Jiang Changkong entered the group of star demon and quickly retreated. He took his backpack and left the battlefield. At the same time, he took the smoke ball. There was still half of its essence, energy, and spirit. He couldn't waste it. Then, he went to another area. Even if the smoke ball was taken away, the star demon wouldn't leave for a while. Chapter 41. Jiang Changkong didn't know how long the battle lasted. He could only see the soaring blood qi and the students in a mess. Jiang Changkong went to kill the star demon to improve himself. In the evening, Jiang Changkong returned. Zhang Hua and the others had already left. They changed places. Apart from the 2 senior sisters, all of them were in a sorry state. Zhang Hua was covered in blood and his face was pale. Chao Yi, the straight-A student, was in a similar state. The other students were in an even worse state. Not only were their clothes tattered, but they also had many injuries. If not for Ji Xiling and Yanxue, who didn't want to kill anyone, half of them would have died. Senior sister, it's all your fault. If not for you, there wouldn't be so many star demon. Huang Minji couldn't help but say. He was also injured. There was a long scar on his arm. Fortunately, Ji Xiling helped heal it. Ji Xiling sneered. How can you blame it on me? If you didn't know how to hold back, this wouldn't have happened. In Yenshu also said, if not for the special star demon, we wouldn't have bothered. Didn't you see that Xiling and I are also injured? Stop it. Zhang Hua stopped the quarrel. In fact, he was also a little suspicious. Did Ji Xiling do this on purpose to improve her healing ability? But seeing that both of them were injured and with Zhou Wen's threat, he dismissed the idea. Huang Minji tactfully shut up. He only dared to complain. My backpack is missing, a young man said. It's fine if it's gone. It's good enough that I'm alive. Zhang Hua snorted. There are only 3 star smoke balls left. The young man was a little unhappy, but he didn't say anything. It wasn't your backpack that disappeared. Of course it didn't matter to you. That was all my income along the way. A few star smoke balls were used at the same time to attract the special star demon. Ji Xiling pondered and said, but it's obvious that with the addition of the bloody aura, it's even more tempting. Zhang Hua looked at her. Usually, Ji Xiling would be thankful if she did not cause trouble, but now, she was actually taking the initiative to give advice? However, what she said was the truth. She did see the special star demon today. Although he only caught a glimpse and couldn't get a closer look, the humanoid figure, the claws, and the star demon's skin were definitely a humanoid star demon. A humanoid star demon must be a special star demon. Tomorrow, the star smoke ball, the star demon's corpse, and the blood attraction. Zhang Hua said in a low voice, we should also make preparations. If a special star demon appears, we can only take action. We can't do what we did today. On the other side, Jiang Chongkong ran to the battlefield. There were still quite a number of star demon that had not dispersed. The star demon gnawed on the corpses. Their vitality soared to the sky, and their essence, energy, and spirit were rapidly being depleted. Jiang Chongkong rushed into the group of star demon and extracted their essence, energy, and spirit. As for the living star demon, he temporarily ignored it and extracted their essence, energy, and spirit first. On the other side, Kuxiang's team. The muscular people from the martial arts school fought with the star demon? Zhang Xiaoyu and the others looked at a young man in shock. Yes, at that time the vitality soared to the sky. I used the starlight detector. The young man replied. That group of muscular people discovered the special star demon. In the end, they couldn't catch it and fought with the star demon group. According to the information I received, they probably killed 200 to 300 star demon. What a group of muscular people who only know how to increase their star power and don't have brains. Kuxiang's students had a look of disdain. The development of the 2 schools was slightly different. They focused more on technology, creation, and equipment. In some aspects, Kuxiang had a sense of superiority. He felt that the martial arts school only knew how to use fists to solve problems. And that was the truth. The martial arts school relied on individual strength the most. Therefore, many students in Kuxiang called the people from the martial arts school muscular people and barbarians. What a pity for those few hundred star stones. Kuxiang's students had a look of pity. It was already good enough to stay alive in a fight with the star demon group. There was no chance for them to dig out the star stones. However, the muscles of the martial arts school are quite enviable. Zhang Xiaoyu and the others thought of Jiang Chongkong. If they could have that kind of defense, they would rather be muscular people. The star demon bit him until its teeth broke. Who wouldn't be envious of such a defense? Kuxiang's students were envious, but they couldn't be envious. They could only try to find a sense of superiority with their words. As for what they said about a student with a strong physique, that the star demon couldn't bite through and even had its teeth broken, they didn't believe it. This kind of defense should be their armor. Alloy. Essence, energy, and spirit. 5892. Because a lot of essence, energy, and spirit had been lost, a lot had been bitten. Fortunately, the star stones were basically all there, which was why there were so many. One had to say that Zhang Hua and the others were really hard-working. Their hard work was not in vain. Together with the star smoke balls he had killed today, they were all added to the 3 traceless strike. The star power in Jiang Changkong's body was much stronger. Jiang Changkong. Late-stage star energy low-level middle-grade martial arts. Bronze skin iron bone art. Deshang 1/16,000 Tai Chi Sutra. Deshang 1/16,000 3 traceless strikes. Deshang 10352/16,000 essence, energy, and spirit. 0 inch. If I do it again, won't my 3 traceless strikes be perfect? Jiang Changkong murmured. He didn't dare to hope for it at first, but now he could totally look forward to it. Right, there was also a bag of star stones. Ji Xiling kicked it out. There weren't many star stones in it, only 30. 20 were at the peak of the star energy stage, 8 were at the early stage, and 2 were at the mid-stage. This was a pauper. He didn't care about the star stones anymore. He might as well give them to Ji Xiling. Just as he thought of Ji Xiling, the weed swayed, and Ji Xiling, dressed in green, came with a bottle. Bro, it took me a long time to find you. You can't run out now. Aren't you afraid of being discovered? Jiang Changkong was a bit surprised. They're very weak right now. Yanxue is keeping an eye on them. Ji Xiling said indifferently, we can't get star stones from the Star Demon group either. A group of Star Demon is guarding them. Jiang Changkong smiled and said, it's okay. I feel good to see them in such a mess. These are the star stones we got, but they're not very good. Take all of these. Tomorrow we'll make our move and take all of their star stones. I'll make them lose everything. They won't even have their underwear left. How can they expect special star stones? Ji Xiling sneered. Of course, she had to fight back. Special star stones? I'll make you spit out all your star stones first. What's in the bottle in your hand? Jiang Changkong looked at the bottle in her hand. There was a pool of black liquid in the bottle, which he couldn't recognize. Star demon blood from the Nebula Peak. Ji Xiling said in a low voice, we'll continue tomorrow. The special star demon will spit out blood and be seriously injured. Zhang Hua will definitely go crazy. I'll listen to you. However, you have to be careful. The people of Kexiang are nearby. Jiang Changkong said. Ji Xiling nodded slightly and said, don't worry. Although the 2 schools are enemies, under normal circumstances, they won't fight to the death. After leaving behind the star demon blood and agreeing to meet again late at night tomorrow, Ji Xiling left. Jiang Changkong thought for a while. Out of caution, he changed to another place. What if someone else came? He was too engrossed in his energy and didn't even look at the origin martial compass. He didn't even notice that Ji Xiling had come. Why don't I go and kill some more star demon? Jiang Changkong thought for a while. Since it was still early, he might as well go and kill some more. He only needed to rest for the rest of the night. Kill more star demon and level up as soon as possible. Chapter 42. The next morning, Zhang Hua and the others burned the smoke balls again. This time, they purposely killed more than 10 star demon and let out their blood. The group of people waited patiently. In the sky, a device the size of a fly was watching everything. The smell of blood and the smoke balls soon attracted more than 10 star demon. After killing the star demon again, the group of people waited solemnly. Zhang Hua said in a low voice, once the special star demon comes out, attack immediately. There's only one chance. Chao Yi nodded. Don't worry. The 4 of us at the peak of the nebula stage can definitely kill the special star demon in the shortest time possible. The 4 super geniuses worked together, and each of them had a top-tier grade 2 weapon. They might not be able to kill the star demon instantly, but it wouldn't take long. They were confident that they could kill the special star demon before the star demon group arrived and retreat. Your mission is to restrain the other star demon. Zhang Hua looked at the others. Everyone nodded. They would focus on dealing with the special star demon. The remaining star demon would be temporarily restrained by them. After the discussion, the group of people waited patiently. Time passed slowly. More and more star demon appeared, but there was no sign of the special star demon. Someone was getting impatient. Is it possible that it's not here? This place is a bit different from the place yesterday. Patience. The special star demon isn't comparable to the ordinary star demon, Zhang Hua said in a low voice. The special star demon has intelligence and can command the other star demons. Yesterday's attack might have made it wary. It won't act rashly again. The group could only wait patiently. The star demon kept being killed. In just an hour, dozens of them had died. Just when everyone was getting impatient again, Ji Xiling suddenly rushed out and slashed with a sword. Special star demon. Where was it? Everyone was stunned. They saw a human figure moving in the grass, and a ball of golden astral power flew out. Go! Under Zhang Hua's command, a group of people rushed out. Boom! Poochie! The sword light fell and the star force collided. The special star demon spat out a mouthful of blood and was instantly injured. He turned around and ran. Stop it, don't let it get away, Zhang Wen said anxiously. Ji Xiling hurriedly rushed into the weeds and chased after it. Rumble! The earth trembled and large areas of weeds collapsed. The star demon group had arrived. Quick, don't let him get away. Zhang Wen rushed into the weeds, feeling even more anxious. Scarlet Sun Sword. Ji Xiling let out a soft shout. Her sword shone with a golden light and condensed into a scarlet sun. The humanoid star demon was startled, and a powerful aura spread out. It let out a low roar, and its body emitted a resplendent golden light. As the long sword fell, the scarlet sun dimmed and quickly dissipated. Ji Xiling flew backward. His face turned red, and he vomited a mouthful of blood. He exclaimed, "What a strong rebound! In Yanxue, he was really good at acting. The special star demon is injured. Quick, go!" Zhang Hua's eyes were red. Such a strong rebound skill, if he obtained it, he would definitely be the best in the school. He would beat all the top students and become the strongest top student. Then, the special star demon ran away shamelessly. The star demon group had arrived. Xiling, take a rest first. Leave the rest to me, Yanxue said. Ji Xiling nodded and clutched her chest. I will restrain the rest of the star demon. Zhang Hua and the others once again clashed with the star demon. Jiang Chongkong wore his disguise and strolled around to their hiding place. There were more than 10 backpacks here, and it was not practical to bring them away. He could only open the backpack and store the star stones. A backpack could not possibly be full of star stones. Not to mention that there were not that many, they still had to store clothes, food, and water. Jiang Chongkong's clothes were long gone, and it was just the right time to get a few more sets of clothes to change into. The housefly in the sky looked at this scene in shock. The special star demon also knew how to sneak around and steal star stones? Who would dare to believe this? Stealing star stones was not a big deal. After all, it contained star power, which was helpful to the star demon. However, you, a star demon, know how to open a backpack. That was a bit too much. This was probably a fake star demon. Jiang Chongkong realized that one backpack could not fit all of them. With more than 10 people, one backpack was dozens of star stones, which meant a few hundred. How could it fit all of them? He could only take 2 backpacks. With 3 backpacks, Jiang Chongkong left. Out of caution, he made another trip to the star demon group. In any case, he could withstand it and was not afraid of the star demon. This way, even if he left a trace, the other party could only find the star demon group. The star demon group would destroy all traces. Carrying the backpack, Jiang Chongkong left this place. With the help of the Yuanwu compass, he went to other places to hunt the star demon. These star stones could not be used carelessly. At night, there were still the corpses of the star demon group. He had already taken advantage of them. He planned to leave most of these star stones for Ji Xiling and the others. He would get a smaller share. Brothers could not only think of themselves. Jiang Chongkong fought all the way until night time before returning. After putting away his backpack, he went to peek at Zhang Hua and the others. More than 10 people had already exploded and were quarreling. Zhang Hua, you said that we helped you, but what happened? Our star stones are all gone. You have to give us an explanation. We worked so hard to help you, but in the end we lost everything. What do you say? A group of people surrounded Zhang Hua and condemned him. We are about to complete the 2-year college entrance examination. What should we do now? I have 3 years. The late-stage nebula cultivator was even more depressed. Chao Yi was also dissatisfied. Zhang Hua, my 5th year of college entrance examination is almost half done. Their star stones were used for the college entrance examination. Now that they were gone, it meant that their gains during this period of time were all gone. They had wasted so much time. If they could not complete the college entrance examination, they would be punished. How would they distribute the work? How would the school treat them? Zhang Hua's expression was ugly, but he had to squeeze out a smile. Everyone, calm down first. The star stones were stolen by someone. My star stones are also gone. I am also angry. The most important thing now is to find the star stones. He was also angry. He was also annoyed, but what was the use? He had to find the star stones. Zhang Hua, I have to criticize you. Ji Xiling stood up and said with a cold face, I helped you kill the special star demon. You said that I would act immediately, and I acted immediately. What about you guys? Zhang Hua's face twitched. I didn't see it at that time, did I? He dared to swear that he definitely did not see the special star demon. I saw it. You didn't see it? This is to kill the star demon for you, not for me. Ji Xiling said angrily, I helped you wholeheartedly. Is this how you behave? Don't you know how to care about your own matters? Yanxue wanted to laugh, but she could not. She could only force herself to hold it in. Zhang Hua felt wronged. Ji Xiling scolded him like she was scolding her own son. More importantly, he could not retort. You are too careless. I feel embarrassed for you. You even implicated everyone. Ji Xiling was very carefree. She continued scolding. You lost the star stones this time. Will you lose your life next time? You are already a grown-up. You should grow up. Zhang Hua, everyone. Ahem, Xiling, don't say so much. Yanxue coughed softly. Her expression remained cold. People grow up with lessons. He is still young. Zhang Hua, both of you, that's enough. Ji Xiling, everyone, this time I did not think it through. Zhang Hua's expression was gloomy. He gritted his teeth. If I get the special star stones, I will give them to the school or sell them to compensate you. Zhang Hua. Everyone's expression changed. They were all happy. The special star stones could be said to be priceless. Zhang Hua was actually willing to take them out to compensate them? Ji Xiling was also shocked. However, after thinking about it, it made sense. Zhang Hua could not afford the loss of those star stones. He could only use the special star stones to compensate them. A special star stone could definitely be sold for enough star stones to compensate them. Chapter 43. Zhang Hua made his decision. Everyone was silent. It was impossible not to want compensation, but it was shameless to ask for it. Before they came, they had taken the initiative to help. In order to hug Zhang Hua's thigh, Chao Yi said, That's settled. Let's rest. The others didn't dare to say anything for fear of offending Zhang Hua. But he dared to. He was also a super genius. He was at the peak of the nebula stage and wasn't any weaker than Zhang Hua. Chao Yi and the rest went to rest. Zhang Hua looked at Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue. Let's go to the side and talk. Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue looked at each other. Did this guy see through them? Impossible. They didn't reveal anything. Puzzled, the two followed Zhang Hua to the side. Zhang Hua's expression darkened. You too, after dealing with the special star demon, it will take some time to go back. Why? Ji Xiling frowned, but she heaved a sigh of relief. It seemed like he didn't know anything about them. Zhang Hua said indifferently, Nothing. I just want you two to try your best to kill the star demon on the way back to compensate for the loss. Ing Yanshue's expression turned cold. You want us to compensate for your own mistake? Ji Xiling was also angry. How could she not know that he wanted them to compensate for the loss of the star stones? As for selling the special star stones? If he could compensate for the loss, why would he need to sell the special star stones? No wonder he was so generous. He wanted to calm Chao Yi and the rest down. He wanted to get the special star stones first. Calm down. Zhouwen is still waiting for you to save his life. Zhang Hua smiled. He didn't care about their anger at all. Ji Xiling was about to open her mouth, but Ing Yanxue stopped her. Forget it, Xiling. We will settle the score with him later. Then I will have to trouble you too. Zhang Hua smiled and turned to leave. Settle the score later? After getting the special star stone and the anti-shock skill, why would I be afraid of you? At that time, I will let you know who is the #1 scholar. After witnessing this scene, Jiang Chongkong turned around and left to search for the star demon's corpses. After busying himself for 2 hours, he finally extracted all the essence, energy, and spirit. This time, it was less, only 4,538 essence, qi, and spirit. There was still some time before the appointed time. Looking at the star demon that had yet to completely disperse, Jiang Chongkong started hunting again. He had been killing for an hour, including the star demon he had killed during the day. Total essence, qi and spirit. 6,238. He wasn't in a rush to raise his cultivation. Instead, he returned to the vicinity of Zhang Hua and the others. Not long later, the origin martial compass trembled. Jiang Chongkong hid himself and only came out after confirming that it was Ji Xiling. Ji Xiling asked, Where are the star stones? Jiang Chongkong dragged out the star stones. There were 3 backpacks filled to the brim. Divide it into 3 parts. You, me, and Yanxue will each get one. Ji Xiling said, Yanxue and I only want those above the middle stage. The rest are all yours. How can I do that? This is all thanks to you guys. I'm just pretending. Jiang Chongkong waved his hand. He had already taken a big advantage. You don't have to be so polite with us. These first-grade star stones are nothing to us. Ji Xiling played with a top-grade first-grade star stone and said, You've also absorbed a lot of star stones, haven't you? Jiang Chongkong nodded. Ji Xiling continued, When you absorbed them, did you notice that first-grade star stones can only absorb a small amount of astral power? Jiang Chongkong was speechless. I extracted them directly. After that, the star stones would have no astral power. How would I know? It's a bit troublesome to bring these star stones back. So, you should use what you can. Ji Xiling said in a low voice. Even if it's a waste, you can't bring them all back. You can't use these 2 backpacks either. What do you mean by waste? Jiang Chongkong rolled his eyes. Unprocessed star stones can't absorb much astral power. Of course they're a waste. Ji Xiling explained, the power of star stones contains a lot of impurities. They need to be processed before they can absorb all the astral power. Jiang Chongkong was speechless. He had never done that before. He had always extracted them directly. Okay, that's settled. You take the star stones and leave. Just absorb the first-grade ones and throw them away. That's it. Ji Xiling said, If you can't store them in your backpack, throw away the low-grade ones too. Then, you take the star stones and leave. Leave? Jiang Chongkong frowned. Yes. They've been drained dry. Ji Xiling rubbed her chin and said, Zhang Hua won't give up on the special star demon. You can't do anything about the rest. Just leave. Jiang Chongkong opened his mouth and was about to say something, but Ji Xiling didn't give him a chance. She turned around and left. He looked at the 3 backpacks. Okay, I'll take advantage of them. But he couldn't take advantage of them either. The ones above the mid-stage of the nebula stage couldn't fit into the backpack. He would help fill them up and consider it a trade. He counted the backpacks. 1 backpack could hold more than 100 star stones. 3 backpacks, more than 400. Among them, 283 were at the peak of the star chi stage, and 156 were at the early stage of the nebula stage. 6 were at the peak of the nebula stage, and the rest were at the peak of the nebula stage. He extracted all the star stones from the peak of the first and the early stage of the second, plus the essence, chi and spirit from before. Total: 17,668. That was a huge windfall. Jiang Chongkong didn't hesitate to upgrade the 3 traceless blades to the maximum level. The rest went into the art of bronze skin and iron bone. The astral power in his body skyrocketed and his 5 senses were enhanced. The surface of his body flickered and his bones crackled. The injuries on his body were completely healed. His strength was also enhanced. He also gained some insights about the art of bronze skin and iron bone and the 3 traceless blade. His swordsmanship and defense had been enhanced. Jiang Chongkong, peak of the nebula stage, low rank and middle grade martial arts. Art of bronze skin and iron bone. Deshang 12020/16000 Tai Chi Sutra. Deshang 1/16000 3 traceless blades. Maximum level 1/64000 essence, chi and spirit. 0 the 3 traceless blades. As he improved, his insights increased. It was as if he had practiced thousands of times. Trajectories kept appearing in his mind. Those were the routes of the 3 traceless blades. They became more and more silent and elusive, like the horns of an antelope. He had less insights about the art of bronze skin and iron bone. This martial art only strengthened his body and increased his defense and strength. Clenching his fists, Jiang Chongkong promised that he would be able to defeat the super genius at the peak of the nebula stage. As for going back, how can I do that? Jiang Chongkong did not want to go back just like that. This was a good opportunity to earn more energy. Zhang Hua was not willing to give up on the special star demon. Under the temptation, there would be another fight. If he hunted the star demon every day and obtained some more, the art of bronze skin and iron bone would definitely reach maximum level. Then, his 3 traceless blades would also become stronger. It wasn't over yet, even after Zhang Hua was gone. He also had some ideas about the special star demon. Anyway, he had defeated a super genius. As long as he hid well and got a special star stone, it would not be a big deal. His 3 traceless blades could also be improved a little. Even if it could not reach maximum level, it would still be able to suppress the super genius. After the art of bronze skin and iron bone leveled up, he continued to focus on the 3 traceless blades. Jiang Chongkong thought that only by continuing to level up the 3 traceless blades, together with the art of bronze skin and iron bone, could he achieve his goal perfectly. After putting away his backpack, Jiang Chongkong changed his position to rest. Since he had decided, he would hide himself. It would be best if even Ji Xiling did not know. Chapter 44. The night passed. Zhang Hua and the others moved early. They had injured the special star demon yesterday, so they had to hurry. Jiang Chongkong continued to watch, but this time, he stood far away. He didn't pretend to attack anymore. Zhang Hua and the others were already poor. Ji Xiling thought that he had left. If she attacked again, she might not hold back. He was confident that he could easily deal with the 2 top students. But there were 4 of them here. Even if they couldn't stop him, there was still Kuxiang. Kuxiang's people were nearby. The big movements these few days must have attracted them. Jiang Chongkong was very careful in his disguise. Without him, there naturally wouldn't be any special star demon. Who knew where the special star demon was? Anyway, he didn't know. He waited until noon, but there was no sign of the special star demon. Zhang Hua and the others were more patient than Jiang Chongkong had imagined. They didn't have a trace of impatience. After injuring the special star demon yesterday, the other party would definitely be more cautious. The special star demon had intelligence. More and more star demon gathered. More and more died. Blood filled the air. In the afternoon, the star demon group came again. Zhang Hua and the others could only temporarily retreat and watch from afar. They didn't even confiscate the star smoke balls. Jiang Chongkong didn't go and collect the star smoke balls. He also kept an eye on the star demon. Until evening, the special star demon didn't appear. Zhang Hua and the others temporarily gave up. The star demon's body was gnawed beyond recognition. The group of star demon had eaten their fill and started to disperse. Jiang Chongkong paid attention to the scattered star demon and quietly followed them. He first picked a small group and killed them quickly. Then, he went to find the next small group. This was much better than searching everywhere. 3 traceless slashes. Under the night sky, the star demon's life was harvested. He dug out the star stones of those above the middle stage of nebula and put them in his backpack. After killing for 2 hours, almost all the small groups of star demon were killed. Only a large group of star demon was left. Jiang Chongkong hesitated when he saw that huge amount. If he was entangled, it was very likely that he would run out of energy just like last time. Why don't we take a look? Jiang Chongkong was still unable to resist the temptation. It shouldn't be a problem for him to follow behind and kill some of them. At most, he would wait for someone to be alone. After making up his mind, Jiang Chongkong gave chase. There were hundreds of star demon. Most of them were at the peak of star energy. Jiang Chongkong spent 15 minutes to catch up to them. Just as he was about to attack, the Yuanwu compass shook violently. Nebula peak. Jiang Chongkong's body trembled. There was actually a nebula peak hidden among this group of star demon? Ji Gu %. Amidst his bewilderment, a strange voice sounded. Among the star demon group, a small figure jumped onto the back of a star demon like an ape. That is, Jiang Chongkong was stunned. Humanoid star demon? It was very short, about 1.5 meters, like a monkey. Its face was hideous, its arms were long and narrow, and its hands were wide and somewhat deformed. Its 5 fingers were the same length, and its body was covered with black scales. Its lower body and legs were similar to a normal human's, but they had scales, and its feet were similar to a human's. The humanoid star demon held a shiny ball in its hand with an infatuated expression. Nebula smoke ball. Jiang Chongkong didn't attack anymore and just followed. The humanoid star demon had appeared, but it was hiding among the star demon group. The star demon group didn't go too far, about half an hour's journey. The star demon group had also scattered, and only a dozen of them followed the humanoid star demon. However, these dozen of them were all at the nebula stage, and 2 of them were even at the peak of the nebula stage. Shaking his head, Jiang Chongkong slowly retreated, returning to the place where the star demon was fighting. In the battle just now, he had more than 2,000 essence, energy, and spirit. The bodies had been eaten by the star demon, but many star stones were still there. Jiang Chongkong extracted essence, energy, and spirit. A total of 4,534. All of them were added to the art of bronze skin and iron bone, which had reached the perfect level. The rest of his essence, energy, and spirit were added to the traceless 3-strike. The astral power in his body surged again, and it was unbelievably vigorous. In the blink of an eye, there was another force pattern in his body, and his pure strength had also increased. He said that he could challenge 3 top students and win easily. Also, although he couldn't kill the peak of the nebula stage with pure strength, he could still deal with them. As for the advanced stage of the nebula stage, He could kill them with one punch. He only needed strength, not astral power. Jiang Chongkong, peak of the nebula stage, low level, middle grade martial arts, art of bronze skin and iron bone, perfect 1/64,000 Tai Chi scripture, Deshang 1/16,000 traceless 3 strikes, perfect 554/64,000 essence, energy, and spirit. 0. Although he really wanted to improve the art of bronze skin and iron bone, he had to give up for the special star stones. Under the cover of the night, Jiang Chongkong went to hunt the star demon with the Yuanwu compass. He didn't want to deal with the special star demon for now. The special star demon could control the star demon, and there were 2 peak of the nebula stage around it. If they fought, the special star demon could summon the star demon. He alone could not take them down. Only if his bronze skin metal bone was completely perfected would he be able to rampage and kill everything. The night passed. The next day, Zhang Hua and the others continued to lure the star demon. Jiang Chongkong continued to wait for the star devil. Then, when the star devil left, he would follow up and kill it. However, Zhang Hua and the others were even more careful with the smoke balls. There were only 2 left. After a few more times, the smoke balls would be gone, and they wouldn't be able to lure the special star demon anymore. Every time they didn't see the special star demon at noon, they would take the smoke balls back. With the 4 top students working together, it was easy for them to take back the smoke balls. Because half a day had passed, the star demon had suffered many casualties, and its vitality was soaring. In addition, they had killed the star demon when they took back the smoke balls, so its vitality was not reduced by much. Every day they could earn a few thousand vitality points. Jiang Chongkong was happy not to inform them about the special star demon. 3 days passed. On the 4th day, at noon, the 4 top students worked together to kill the star demon. Just as they were about to take the smoke balls, the short figure appeared. Roar! With a roar, the short figure led the 2 peak of the nebula stage star demon and pounced towards the smoke balls. Special star demon. In Yenshua's expression turned solemn. It finally appeared. Zhang Hua was extremely excited. The edge of his sword shone with a cold light. Don't celebrate too early. The current situation isn't suitable, Chao Yi said with a solemn expression. 3 peak of the nebula stage and a group of star demon. How could they fight? There was no way to fight. Ji Xiling was stunned. They really lured it out? This time, the 4 of them saw the special star demon clearly. It was short and ugly, but it was definitely a special star demon. But now was not the time to kill the star demon and take the star stones. Retreat. Ji Xiling and Ing Yenshue made a prompt decision. They forced the star demon to retreat with their swords and flew away. Zhang Hua and Chao Yi followed closely. Although they were tempted by the special star stones, they still wanted to live. In this situation, it was impossible for them to succeed. The special star demon got the smoke balls. With a roar, the star demon group rushed towards the 4 of them. The 4 of them were extremely fast. The rest of the people had already run away. The star demon couldn't catch up and could only give up. The special star demon flashed and rode on the peak of the nebula stage star demon. When Jiang Chongkong saw this, he was about to move when the 4 top students appeared again. The 4 of them quietly followed the star demon group. They stayed far away, not daring to startle them. This time, the special star demon wasn't Jiang Chongkong in disguise. He didn't sneak into the star demon group and escape. After the special star demon appeared, he just rode on the star demon and commanded the star demons to leave. The 4 of them were careful along the way, and they followed the special star demon for an hour before stopping. The special star demon grabbed the star demon obsessively. A peak of the nebula stage star demon came over. It emitted fiery starlight and burned the smoke balls. Wisps of golden mist dissipated. The 3 peak of the nebula stage star demon greedily absorbed it. This special star demon really knows how to enjoy life. Ji Xiling mumbled softly. Same rules. Finish it quickly, Zhang Hua said softly. Although killing the special star demon didn't give much experience, it wasn't the first time. Ji Xiling had a special healing skill. We found it successfully this time. How many days do we have to wait? Yanxue said softly. Zhang Hua thought for a moment and made a decision. Things might change if we delay. Let's make our move tonight. The three top students' expressions froze. They were somewhat dissatisfied. Chapter 45. Attack at night. It was too dangerous. The three of them were unwilling. If they waited for a few days, there would be fewer star demons in the vicinity without the star smoke ball and blood chi. By then, it would be much easier to hunt down special star demons, and the degree of danger would also be reduced. In the past, when dealing with the special star demon, they would first find out its nest, monitor it, and find a chance to attack. We've been delayed for so long. We can't wait any longer. Zhang Hua's voice was low. We have to be careful of the others. The others? The three of them were confused. Who else? Ji Xiling and Yanxue looked at each other. Had Zhang Hua also found Kuxiang's people? Zhang Hua explained, I bought this special star stone. It's from a late-stage nebula cultivator. They weren't afraid of a late-stage nebula cultivator. However, just because Zhang Hua could buy it didn't mean others couldn't. Chao Ye's expression was solemn. It's very dangerous, Zhang Hua said slowly. Let them stall the other star demon. Chao Yi and I will kill the special star demon and leave the other two to you. How about it? He had another concern. He hadn't been able to contact Chen Sanyan these past few days. This made him very uneasy. He felt that things were out of his control. They had just discovered the special star demon, and only they knew about it. Previously, apart from keeping a close eye on Zhou, he had also sent Chen Sanyan to scout the surroundings to see if anyone was tailing him. However, he couldn't contact Chen Sanyan. He suspected that he might be controlled by someone. As for death, he didn't think about it. The peak of the nebula stage was already very strong. No one would dare to kill him, except for the star demon. He had to act immediately. Even if someone followed him, he had to wait until the other party couldn't react. It's dangerous, but it's feasible. I'll listen to you. Chao Yi agreed. Zhang Hua said, Chao Yi, go and call the others. We'll wait here. Chao Yi left to call the other students. Jiang Chongkong, who was hiding in the dark, was slightly confused when he saw this scene. He was too far away to hear what they were saying. From the looks of it, could it be that they were going to make a move? Were they crazy to attack now? He looked at the data and was a bit unwilling. Over the past few days, he only had 11,000 points of essence, chi, and spirit left, which he used to upgrade the traceless three sabers. Even though his strength had increased a little, it was still difficult for him to suppress the entire crowd. However, this group of fellows obviously didn't want to drag it out any longer. In the night sky, a fly saw this scene and sent out a message. Kuxiang's men were also rushing over. An hour and a half later, everyone from the martial arts school finally arrived. Seeing that the star demon was still enjoying the star demon's smoke ball and that there were still many star demons guarding it, everyone's expressions turned grave. Do you really want to do it now? Someone swallowed his saliva, feeling a little scared. This was simply playing with their lives. A long night is fraught with dreams. Get ready and take action. Zhang Hua took a deep breath. He did not dare to delay any further. Once Ji Xiling and Yanxue found out that they had lost contact with Chen Sanyan, the consequences would be uncontrollable. Even if these two top students didn't attack him, they wouldn't help him. Kill! Zhang Hua gave the order and took the lead to rush out. Ji Xiling and Yanxue glanced at each other and made their move. The four top students attacked together. Many of the star demon were alarmed and immediately pounced on them. The rest of the students hurriedly moved to stop the star demon. The two Nebula Peak star demon no longer enjoyed the star demon's smoke ball and blocked in front of the special star demon. Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue turned their swords and blocked the two-star demon. Zhang Hua and Chao Yi faced the special star demon. Just as expected, it was perfect. Starlight shone through the night. The swords cut through the void, and the sword chi was like a rainbow. Bang! The star chi collided and both sides were pushed back at the same time. Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue faced the Nebula Peak star demon and were not at a disadvantage. Zhang Hua and Chao Yi attacked with all their strength. The special star demon was pushed back and was suppressed. G#Gu%. The short figure let out a strange sound from his mouth. Roar. The surrounding star demon seemed to have received a summon. It roared and pounced on them. Finish it quickly. Don't give him time to summon the star demon. Ji Xiling shouted. The golden sword ray slashed across, tearing apart the star force and slashed the star demon's body. Crack! The star demon's scales cracked and blood flowed out. However, it was not serious and could only be considered as a flesh wound. Ing Yanxue's sword shone with a cold light and slashed down. A wave of cold energy spread out and froze the star demon. Kill! Zhang Hua and Chao Yi shouted. Their swords shone with dazzling starlight. The special star demon let out a low roar. Its body emitted a bone-chilling aura. Its hands were like sharp blades as it clashed against the two swords. Bang! The two swords fell and blood splattered. The special star demon rolled away with fear in its eyes. The two top students had completely defeated it. After injuring the special star demon, the two of them were energized and their swords flashed again. G#Gu%. The special star demon let out another sound. Unfortunately, the two of them did not give it the chance to do so. Roar! In the face of danger, the short star demon let out a low roar. A powerful wave of star force spread out and a dazzling white light appeared around the short star demon. Anti-shock? If we retract our swords, this skill will be useless. Zhang Hua sneered and retracted his sword again. Not bad. It's a special skill and consumes a lot of energy. The next attack can be used. Chao Yi said, and the light on his sword disappeared. The short star demon did not understand what they were talking about. The dazzling white light blasted out and a bone-chilling aura rushed over. Something is wrong, the two of them were shocked. In a hurry, they could only raise their swords to block. Bang! Poochie! Blood splattered everywhere. The two top students were sent flying and landed on the body of a star demon. Fortunately, this star demon did not have barbs. It only had scales and its strength was only at the peak of star chi. It was sent flying. The two top students got up and were dumbfounded. What happened to the anti-shock skill? There was even a transformation skill? Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue, what naive kids. Are you trying to make me laugh to death? Are you going to be the star demon's dinner? Roar. With another roar, the dwarf star demon pounced toward the two of them like lightning. The cold aura on its body became stronger. Although it was not as dazzling as the white light, it was still extremely powerful. The two of them had just suffered heavy injuries and their blood was boiling. It was difficult for them to block the attack. Zhang Hua's heart was heavy. His left hand was already in his pocket. Chao Ye's face was pale. A hint of despair flashed in his eyes. Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue were entangled by the star demon. They wanted to save the star demon, but it was too late. Jiang Chongkong, who was hiding in the dark, laughed. He was worried that he would not be able to suppress everyone. He did not expect the two top students to believe in the anti-shock skill and retracted their sword. He was about to make a move. Good timing, however, a golden light pierced through the air and headed toward the special star demon. Boom! The golden light fell. The special star demon retreated. It wanted to turn around and leave, but the golden light appeared again and blocked its way. Who is it? The people from the martial arts school were shocked. They forced the star demon back and quickly gathered together. Muscleman from the martial arts school, shouldn't you thank me for saving your life? An ethereal female voice could be heard. More than 10 figures wearing golden armor and holding golden swords walked out from the darkness. They were shining with golden light and arrived in the blink of an eye. People from Kaxiang? Ji Xiling and Ing Yenshue's expressions changed. They continued to deal with the star demon. Your voice is very familiar. Zhang Hua took out his left hand from his pocket. He looked at the leading golden-armored man and frowned. This special star demon is mine. The leading golden-armored man snorted. He did not answer the question. He led the other 2 golden-armored men past the 2 of them and rushed toward the special star demon. The rest of them were dealing with the other star demon. Chapter 46. Don't you think it's too early for you to reap the benefits? Zhang Hua snorted. He had already caught his breath. His sword glowed with a cold light. You came out too early, Chao Yi said coldly. What? Are you going to snatch the things of your savior? The leader of the Jin family said coldly as he slashed down with his sword, forcing the special star demon back. Savior? You have ulterior motives. Zhang Hua and Chao Ye's expressions were cold as they charged forward. Senior sister can handle the rest. The 2 golden-armored men took a step back and blocked their attacks. Clang! Their swords clashed. Astral power vibrated and the 4 of them took a step back. You 2 are already injured. Don't even think about interfering. The 2 golden-armored men sneered. They had taken the special star demon's attack head-on, and they still wanted to jump around? If they were at their peak, they would definitely not be able to stop them. But it was different now. Zhang Hua and Chao Ye's faces were pale. Ji Xiling, Ing Yanxue attack. We have to delay the star demon. We can't do anything, the 2 of them said. Think about Zhouwen. Think about the feud between the 2 schools. Zhang Hua's expression darkened. If we let them take the special star stone, the consequences will be unpredictable. Golden light as the boundary. The 2 golden-armored men shouted in a low voice. A golden ball fell down and exploded, releasing a golden light. The golden light separated the 3 golden-armored men from them. We've been prepared for this. Even if you join hands, it will still take you some time to overcome this golden boundary. The leader of the Jin family forced the special star demon back with his sword and said coldly, Aren't you afraid that I will kill your people? Zhang Hua's expression was extremely ugly. This special star stone was very important. If he couldn't get it, Chao Yi would find trouble with him. The others would also cause trouble with him. They were counting on this special star stone to make up for their star stones. When the people from the martial arts school heard this, they slightly retracted the sword chi they were using to deal with the star demon. If I get the special star stone, everyone's weapons will be changed. I will give you the top 2nd grade weapons and the lower 3rd grade weapons. The golden-armored man in the lead made a promise, his voice ethereal and pleasant to the ears. The students of the martial arts school were tempted. Compared to the few star stones that they had lost, it was much more valuable. Upgrading the weapon's quality was obviously more attractive. That bit of star power couldn't buy a good weapon at all. We're only dealing with the star demon. Change your weapons, Ji Xiling said. If you deliberately let the star demon escape and we don't get the star stones, wouldn't we be at a disadvantage? When everyone heard this, they quickly said, Senior sister is right. All right, I agree, the golden-armored man said heroically. Zhang Hua was furious. Ji Xiling, Ji Xiling angrily interrupted. Shut up! You have no right to speak here. I've tolerated you for a long time. Zhang Hua. Do you not care about Zhouwen's life? You bastards, how could you betray us just like that? You want to, can you shut up? Ing Yanxue said in disdain. Zhouwen has already returned to the city. Back to the city? Zhang Hua was dumbfounded. He had already returned to the city. Why did you listen to me? Was this all an act? Chao Yi took 2 steps back. Wherever his sword flashed, a star demon would die. I'll deal with the star demon. He was just a helper invited by Zhang Hua. Now that there was the benefit of changing weapons, he obviously wouldn't help. It was a Star Ocean weapon of the lower third grade. Why would an idiot help Zhang Hua? Of course, he would help the rich Kuxiang. What the F***ck Zhang Hua was so angry that he wanted to curse. Chao Yi betrayed them? He couldn't contact Chen Sanyan. Did Kuxiang promise him? Should he snatch it or not? Secretly, Jiang Chongkong was in a dilemma. Now that the person had changed, should he snatch it or not? He had no enmity with Kuxiang. On the contrary, he owed Kuxiang a favor. Zhang Xiaoyu gave him the phone and the Yuanwu compass. If he did it himself, it wouldn't be nice. Forget it. When they were done killing, he would pick up the corpses and extract some energy. Yanxue said while dealing with the star demon, I wonder if you're willing to sell this special star stone? This star demon skill is very suitable for you, but I'm not selling it. The golden armored man injured the star demon with a sword and ruthlessly refused. Yanxue's face flashed with disappointment, but she didn't say anything else. If they couldn't trade, then forget it. They would look for it in the future. Ji Xiling couldn't help but say, what if we don't want payment this time and only want you to sell the special star stone? The golden armored man paused for a moment. Sorry, this concerns the college entrance examination. This time, Ji Xiling also gave up. This concerns the college entrance examination. There was no room for discussion. The special star demon was besieged and ravaged by the 3 golden armored men. His strength was at the peak of the nebula stage. Because he had used a special skill in the previous battle, he consumed a lot of energy and was being suppressed. The 3 golden armored men relied on their armor and were not any weaker than the peak of the nebula stage. Looking at the heart demon being ravaged, Zhang Hua's eyes flashed and his left hand reached into his pocket again. Roar! There were more and more star demon around, and the students from the 2 schools felt the pressure. Some people were already injured. Ji Xiling and Yanxue used all their strength to suppress the star demon at the peak of the nebula stage. Chao Yi shouted in a deep voice, let's finish this quickly. We can't delay any longer. Finish it immediately. The 3 golden armored men immediately replied and slashed down, cutting off one of the star demon's claws. Golden light flashed, and the star demon's blood splattered everywhere. Its scales fell off, and the special star demon let out a mournful cry. Boom! Suddenly, a loud sound was heard, and the golden light barrier was shattered. The golden light barrier was broken, and its body emitted a powerful aura. A golden pellet fell, and it retreated. Zhang Hua, how dare you? The 3 golden armored men's expressions changed drastically, and they looked at the pellet in fear. Zhang Hua F***ck. The rest of the people were also shocked. They couldn't care less about the star demon and jumped away. Boom! A loud sound was heard, and dazzling golden light exploded. The ferocious astral power surged in all directions, and the 3 golden armored men were sent flying. Smoke and dust billowed, and the terrifying astral power undulated. Ji Xiling and the others were also affected. They spat out mouthfuls of blood, and their bodies were sent flying. A few of the weaker ones died on the spot, and their bodies were reduced to corpses. The nearby star demon was swallowed by the astral power, and it turned into pieces. The star demon that rushed over was shocked, and it fled in panic. Crack! The golden armor shattered, and the helmets exploded. The 2 young men were bleeding from their orifices, and they were in a sorry state. The leader of the golden armored men was slightly better off. His black hair was messy, and there was blood at the corner of his mouth. So it was you. You sold me information about the special star demon, and you followed me secretly. Zhang Hua's pale face revealed a trace of malevolence. You're really capable, but do you really think I'm that stupid? You didn't prepare a backup plan, and you dared to bring a group of people here? Are you satisfied with Kuxiang's lower-grade rank 3-star power bomb? The production of the star power bomb is extremely expensive. Only the Federation Army can possess and use it. He wiped the blood at the corner of his mouth. His golden armor was already broken, and his pale face was filled with anger. "You're breaking the law. Zhang Hua, you've gone too far," Ji Xiling and the others said angrily. "You actually brought a star power bomb here? This is the Federation's military ammunition." Zhang Hua glanced at everyone mockingly, and his gaze landed on the Special Star Demon. The Special Star Demon was already heavily injured, and now that it was affected by the star power bomb, it was on the verge of death. Not daring to delay, Zhang Hua immediately rushed forward and grabbed the Special Star Demon. "I'll leave this place to you guys. Stop him." Everyone was enraged. Zhang Hua was going to abandon all of them and leave with the Special Star Demon. However, the explosion just now had injured everyone, and they were far away. Only Kuxiang and the other two could stop him in time, and they did so. "Without your armor, you guys are no different from trash." Zhang Hua snorted, and a sword ray flew out, forcing the three back. "Goodbye." Zhang Hua turned around and was about to leave. In the darkness, a sword ray suddenly appeared without a sound. With a scream, Zhang Hua's left hand, which was grabbing the star demon, was cut off. Blood flowed everywhere. Chun. 3. Yen. Chapter 47. Zhang Hua recognized that blade. So did the others. That was Qin Sanyan's blade. The blade was too fast and too unpredictable. It was so silent that no one could detect it. The mantis stalks the cicada, unaware of the oriole behind it. There's even an eagle behind it. Ha ha ha, Ji Xiling laughed. She laughed so hard that she swayed back and forth. She didn't even care about the injuries on her body. She didn't have time to care about the star demon either. Chen Sanyan was the helper that Zhang Hua had invited. But at this moment, he had stabbed him in the back, becoming the oriole in the end. "Leave the star demon." Kuxiang and the other two roared and rushed towards the person. The person was wearing a normal warrior's attire. Only his eyes could be seen. "Kill, I will kill you!" Zhang Hua roared hysterically. He ignored the pain of his broken hand and slashed towards the masked person. The blade rose again, but it was still as silent as before, like an antelope hanging its horn, untraceable. Chi. The blade and the sword met. The blade slashed across the body of the sword and hit the hilt. However, it was quickly retracted. Clang! The sword fell to the ground. It didn't seem to be injured, but the hand that was holding the sword was limp. He couldn't lift it anymore. Zhang Hua screamed again. The moment he opened his mouth, blood gushed out. His left hand turned into a palm. Golden astral power surged out. Kuxiang and the other two retreated. However, they landed easily on the ground without any injuries. Holding the Special Star Demon, the masked person retreated in a flash. "Stop!" A student from Kuxiang shouted angrily and was about to chase. "Don't chase. That person is very strong. He doesn't want to hurt us." The female student from Kuxiang stopped the student. Her pale face turned serious. "The most important thing now is not the star stones. Set up a protective shield." "Yes." The students from Kuxiang quickly took out their equipment and set up an energy shield. There were more and more star demon gathered here. With their current injuries, it was impossible for them to break through. Setting up a shield and recovering from their injuries was the most important thing. After the shield was set up, the group of people entered it and hid. As for the two-peak nebula star demon, after being heavily injured, they had already hidden into the star demon group. Following the Special Star Demon, they had also grown some brains. Because of the impact of the explosion, there were less than 20 people here. The Xiang Science School took out 4 barriers to protect everyone. Ji Xiling waved her hand and cast a healing spell on herself and Ing Yanxu. After the 4 people beside her healed her, she sat down cross-legged. "Thank you, senior sister." The 4 of them were all students of the martial arts school. They thanked her and quickly recovered. As for the others, the people from Xiang Science Academy had brought along some oral healing medicine. Even though it wasn't as effective as his healing ability for external injuries, It was of great help to internal injuries. The people from the martial arts school watched helplessly. Although the star power bomb wasn't aimed at them, they were still shocked. However, the power was too great. Quite a few people received serious injuries. Blood flowed everywhere, their lives in danger. Treat the people from the martial arts school, the woman in the lead of Kuxiang said. Yes, senior sister. Only then did Kuxiang's men help. Give me some treatment too. A weak voice was heard. Zhang Hua was leaning against the barrier. His face was pale and his forehead was covered in sweat. Next to him was a broken hand. Starlight shone on the wound and stopped the bleeding. Chao Yi sat next to him and looked at him expressionlessly. You still have the face to ask us to treat you? Ji Xiling opened her eyes and said angrily, Look at those corpses. It's all because of you. We're all heavily injured now because of you. I suggest we throw him out and let the star demon eat him. A student from the martial arts school, who barely managed to stop his injury, said angrily. The students from Xiang Science Academy were also angry. Yes, throw him out and let the star demon eat him. 2 people from Xiang Science Academy died in the explosion just now. How could they not be angry? Zhang Hua panicked. Just as he was about to open his mouth, his injury worsened and he spat out another mouthful of blood. Chao Yi still looked at him expressionlessly and didn't do anything. Ignoring the blood that was gushing out, Zhang Hua said in fear, I was blinded by greed. I've realized my mistake. I'm willing to pay for this. When I return to the city, I'll make it up to their families. Pay? Can you afford it? The students from the 2 academies roared. This is human life. Several lives. Believe me. I'll do my best to make it up to them. Even if I have to use my entire life to make it up to them, I know I'm wrong. I'll take care of their families. Zhang Hua struggled to get up. He used his elbows to support his body and almost crawled. Rest assured, my dead brothers. I, Zhang Hua, swear that I'll use my life to repent and make it up to them. Then, he kowtowed a few times with a pained expression. His arm touched Chao Ye's shoulder. Now you know you're wrong? Ji Xiling looked at him coldly. Yanxue didn't say anything. Her expression was cold. Chao Ye's expression was calm. He looked at Zhang Hua, who kowtowed to save his life. He was no longer high-spirited. Instead, he was in a sorry state. How could he still be a super scholar? Looking at his arm, Chao Ye's lips moved. Let's treat him. Let them use their whole lives to atone for their sins. Zhang Hua raised his head. His pained face was filled with sincerity and regret. I'm willing to use my whole life to atone for my sins. It's better to throw him to the star demon, Ji Xiling said coldly. Yes, throw him to the star demon. Atone for his sins. With Chao Ye's words, the students from the martial arts academy wavered. But there were also some who insisted on throwing Zhang Hua out to be the star demon's food. A strange look flashed in the eyes of the girl from Kuxiang. Treat him. I promise he won't die. Also, reattach his arm. Senior. The student from Kuxiang who had the same protective shield as Zhang Hua was unhappy. Why? Someone from Kuxiang had died too. If it wasn't for Zhang Hua, the special star stone would have been theirs. Don't say any more. The people from Kuxiang should handle this impartially. When we return to the city, hand Zhang Hua over to the Federation. The girl from Kuxiang said in a low voice, using a star power bomb without permission. This matter must be investigated. We don't have the authority to punish him. I will report this matter to the Federation. The people from Kuxiang didn't say anything. However, it sounded like it was a huge contribution. If they killed Zhang Hua, it would be satisfying. But what if the Federation pursued them? Using firearms without permission was a huge crime. If they killed him, the trail would be broken. Ji Xiling didn't say anything. She couldn't kill Zhang Hua since it was related to the firearms. Thank you. I will definitely atone for my sins. Zhang Hua thanked her profusely. He heaved a sigh of relief. His life was saved. But his arm? The student from Kaohsiung took over the arm for him. His attitude wasn't good. He snorted. Senior, the conditions are limited. I can only reattach this arm. The other arm looks fine on the surface, but the inside has been cut off. I can't do anything about it. Zhang Hua's face turned pale, but he didn't despair. When he returned to the city, the hospital would definitely be able to heal his arms. Just reattach it, the girl from Kaohsiung said calmly. Everyone, let me introduce myself. Kaohsiung Academy, Tang Ruoshi. Martial Arts Academy, Ji Xiling, in Yanxue. Everyone introduced themselves one by one. They knew each other. Why isn't Jiang Chongkong, University Tyrant Jiang? A soft voice was heard. Jiang Chongkong, University Tyrant Jiang? The students from the Martial Arts Academy were shocked. Is it that Jiang Chongkong who is at the peak of Star Qi? Peak of Star Qi? What a joke. University Tyrant Jiang is a star demon who can defeat a late nebula. Zhang Xiaoyu said unhappily, What's wrong with you guys? You don't know each other? I asked Chongkong to return to the city, Ji Xiling said. He's quite strong, but it's too dangerous here. I didn't ask him to come. Zhang Xiaoyu and the others understood. Chapter 48. Zhang Hua and Chao Yi were puzzled. Jiang Chongkong actually knew them? A peak star energy cultivator could be called a top student? And he even defeated a late-stage nebula star demon? Wasn't this ridiculous? Chao Yi couldn't help but ask, I wonder when you guys met Jiang Chongkong? I remember that Jiang Chongkong is only at the peak of star energy. Just a few days ago. All right, let's rest and recover quickly. Ji Xiling interrupted Zhang Xiaoyu. When she first saw Zhang Hua, she said that Jiang Chongkong had returned. Zhang Xiaoyu and the others had seen Jiang Chongkong a few days ago. How could this be? Zhang Hua and Chao Yi would definitely think of many things. Tang Ruoshi's eyes flickered, but she didn't say much. Quickly recover and kill our way out. Only then did the group calm down and recover their cultivation base. Rumble. The ground shook and the star demon roared. There were more and more star demons. Everyone's hearts were heavy, but they didn't dare to be distracted. They could only seize the time to recover. Time passed bit by bit. In the blink of an eye, 2 hours had passed. A scream rang out, startling everyone. What's going on? Zhang Xiaoyu, why are you screaming? Lu Ye said unhappily. The rest of the people also stared at Zhang Xiaoyu. This scream gave them a fright. No, there are too many star demon. Zhang Xiaoyu pointed outside and said with a trembling voice, Look. Everyone looked outside. Groups of star demon had surrounded the 4 energy shields. The star demons continued to attack the barrier and all of them bombarded the energy barrier crazily. They looked up and could only see the bloody mouths, sharp fangs and claws. Under the continuous attacks, the energy shields were rippling. Tang Ruoshi's expression changed. Not good, there are too many star demon. This energy shield won't last long. Everyone's expression froze. How long? Everyone, check. Tang Ruoshi stood up and took out a device to check the energy shield. 2 hours at most, maybe less. It's the same on our side. If the star demon keeps attacking, it's very likely that it will be breached in an hour and a half. The other 3 Xiang Kaohsiung students said. Then what should we do? Even if we have 2 hours, we won't be able to fully recover. Moreover, even if we fully recover, we won't be able to kill our way out. Chao Ye's expression was solemn, and the others also had expressions of fear and anxiety. 2 hours. This won't do. We won't be able to last for 2 hours. We won't be able to kill our way out. It's all Zhang Hua's fault. If it weren't for his star power bomb, we wouldn't have ended up like this. Yes, if it weren't for Zhang Hua, we wouldn't have ended up like this. The students of the 2 big schools were in a mess as they glared at Zhang Hua. Everyone, now is not the time to criticize me. Zhang Hua's expression was ugly, but he did not dare to get angry. Right now, we should unite all our forces and fight against the enemy together. Chao Ye's eyes flashed. Zhang Hua is right. We should unite and fight against the star demon together. You make it sound nice, but it's all your fault. You want us to die with you? If you have the ability, think of a way. Everyone shouted angrily. The students of Xiang Kexiang didn't give him any face. If you can't think of a way, you will be the first to be thrown out. All right, stop. Ji Xiling snorted. Her expression was cold. If you have the energy to argue, you might as well save it for killing the star demon. Everyone fell silent. Although they were still anxious, they forced themselves to calm down. This was not the time to panic. Once they did, there would be no more hope. Zhang Hua leaned on the barrier and moved his lip. Why don't we try asking for reinforcements? Ask for reinforcements? Who do you think will come at night? Will there be people nearby? Tang Ruashi sneered. When I came, I already checked the surroundings. It's just us. Zhang Hua opened his mouth, but no words came out. Could it be that there's really no other way? The students from the two schools looked at the ripples on the barrier and felt despair. The four shields fell into dead silence. Even the super brainiacs were silent. Not to mention their serious injuries, even if they recovered, they wouldn't be able to kill their way out of the star demon horde. Senior, there's someone nearby. Suddenly, a voice broke the silence. A student of Xiang Kexiang was waving a device. It displayed an image. A young man in ragged clothes was walking in the weeds outside. He wasn't far from them. Starlight had a surveillance device. It was this device that had found them. They had hurriedly set up the barrier and didn't put it away. The device was still outside. There's someone? Everyone from the two schools was excited. How many? Find a way to contact them and ask for reinforcements. One person. Everyone. F***ck, just one person? Tang Ruashi suddenly said, could it be that Qin Sanyan who snatched the star stone just now? Let me see. Lu Jun squeezed over and looked at the figure on the screen. He said in shock, isn't that Jiang Chongkong, the university tyrant? Jiang Chongkong? Is it really him? Luya was on the other side of the barrier. She said excitedly, brother, look carefully. Is it him? It's really him. It's really Jiang Chongkong. Lu Jun said excitedly, we're saved. Saved my A***s. It's just one person. How can we save him? Ji Xiling's expression changed slightly. She said angrily, do you still want to drag Chongkong to death? Didn't she ask him to leave long ago? Why did he appear nearby at this time? Luya and the others were shocked. They sighed helplessly and sat back. Lu Hong couldn't help but say, but the university tyrant Chongkong is very strong. If he makes a move, there's really some hope. Yes, university tyrant Jiang can even crawl here. Lu Jun had seen his strength. As long as we don't encounter a late-stage nebula. Late-stage nebula? Zhang Hua was puzzled. Didn't you say that Jiang Chongkong can defeat a late-stage nebula? Yes, but there are so many star demon here. University tyrant Jiang's defense can ignore attacks below the late-stage nebula. Lu Ye continued. He's even more powerful than our armor. Tang Ruashi's eyes lit up. If that's the case, with our strength, it shouldn't be a problem to kill a way out, but a few of us might die. Hearing this, everyone became excited again. Then contact him and let him come to rescue us. It was better for a few to die than for all of them to die. Besides, who didn't have a trace of luck? Then I'll contact. No. Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue shouted at the same time, frightening everyone. No contact. Ji Xiling, Ing Yanxue, what do you want? Do you want us all to die here? Chao Yi said angrily. Ji Xiling glared at everyone. If we say no, then no. Why should we let Chongkong take the risk? It's risky, but it's not a problem. We'll deal with the late-stage nebula, and he'll be responsible for opening the way. Nothing will go wrong. Tang Ruashi pondered and said, don't worry. As long as Jiang Chongkong comes to help, I will pay him. No. Ji Xiling and Xiao Yi were very determined. Ji Xiling is also a member of the school. If he has the ability, he has the responsibility to help, Zhang Hua and Xiao Yi said at the same time. Contact Jiang Chongkong and ask him to come immediately. Who told you that Jiang Chongkong is from the martial arts school? Ji Xiling looked at them coldly. Now, Jiang Chongkong hasn't joined the school yet. He has no responsibility to save us. He's not from the martial arts school? Everyone was stunned. Tang Ruoshi was taken aback, but then she smiled. If he's not from the martial arts school, then you two can't do anything about it, right? I'll contact Xiaoyu. Tang Ruoshi, do you want to die? Ji Xiling and Ing Yenshua's expressions changed, and they unsheathed their swords at the same time. Inside the shield, the others stood up at the same time and stood in front of them. Even if senior sister doesn't contact us, the others in the shield can. It's useless for you to attack senior sister. Chapter 49. Jiang Chongkong was a little confused. After snatching the special star stone and seeing that they had a shield, he went to look for the star demon's corpse that Zhang Hua and the others had killed during the day. He had just finished extracting his essence, qi, and spirit and was about to take another look at Ji Xiling and the others when he received a call from someone called Tang Ruoshi. She told him that the shield couldn't hold on and needed his help. On the other side of the phone, he could also hear Ji Xiling and Ing Yenshua's voices. Thinking of the group of Star Demon, Jiang Chongkong hesitated and decided to save them. The Star Demon at the peak of Nebula Peak had escaped with heavy injuries. His bronze skin iron bone art, which had just reached the perfection level, could ignore the attacks of Star Demon below the peak of Nebula Peak. This was not difficult at all. After hiding his backpack, a voice came from the phone. Jiang Chongkong, when you make your move, we will watch from here. You better move in a straight line. How do you need us to cooperate? When will you rush out? When I want you to make your move, I will jump on top of the Star Demon and shout. Jiang Chongkong replied. He already knew that these guys had equipment monitoring the surroundings from the air. After hanging up, Jiang Chongkong hid his phone in his backpack and quickly rushed to the Star Demon group. Roar. The Star Demon roared. When it saw Jiang Chongkong, it directly pounced. Jiang Chongkong glanced at the peak of Nebula Peak and smashed it into a bloody mist. If he left the corpse intact to extract essence, qi, and spirit, it would stink. Smashing it into a bloody mist would dissipate in the air and be automatically extracted. After one Star Demon died, the rest of the Star Demon rushed over. Jiang Chongkong was not afraid at all. He directly rushed in. The Taiji diagram appeared around him. As Jiang Chongkong waved his palms, the Taiji diagram flew up and down, and the Star Demon exploded into bloody mist one after another. With his bare hands, he destroyed everything in his way. As for the saber, he had already thrown it away. He had already obtained the special star stone. If he kept the saber, his identity would be exposed. So fierce? Kill him directly? Lu Jun and the others exclaimed as they surrounded the device and looked at the figure on the crystal screen. The rest of the people in charge of the barrier were extremely anxious. They hurriedly said, "Let us take a look as well." "Let me see. Point the instrument at me," Ji Xiling said with an ugly expression. "Let's watch together." Tang Ruoshi turned on a device and said, "We can share the surveillance." The other students in the barrier also turned on their equipment and watched. In the surveillance, Jiang Chongkong was like a ferocious tiger, rampaging all the way. Before the Star Demon could even get close, he was turned into a mist of blood. He was no match for him at all. Zhang Hua and Xiao Ye's faces darkened. Since when did Jiang Chongkong have such strength? The Star Demon exploded into a bloody mist, causing the surrounding Star Demon to become even more frenzied. The Taiji diagram swept across, and the frenzied Star Demon exploded. Whether they were at the peak of the Star Qi realm, the early stage or the middle stage of the Nebula realm, None of them could escape the fate of being killed. Jiang Chongkong extracted essence, qi, and spirit while adding them to the traceless 3 slashes. Although it was useless to upgrade the traceless 3 slashes, it could increase his star power. As the barrier couldn't last long, Jiang Chongkong didn't dare to hold back and attacked with almost all his strength. Seeing Jiang Chongkong rampaging, the star demon exploded along the way. Everyone was shocked. What kind of strength was this? Peak of the Nebula Realm? Someone mumbled. He really isn't from the martial arts school? Tang Ruashi looked at Ji Xiling for confirmation. If he wasn't from the martial arts school, he must be dragged to Kaxiang after this. This was more like a mecha than a mecha. Don't even think about it. He's my brother. Ji Xiling snorted, very dissatisfied. This is my brother. How can you think about it? Moreover, this brother of mine is very good to me. He even bought books for me and gave me the only copy of a magazine. Where else can I find such a good brother? Jiang Chongkong crushed everything in his way. Blood mist pervaded the air as the star demons surrounded him. As a result, the number of star demons that were attacking the barrier decreased by a portion, and they were elated. If all the star demon went to attack Jiang Chongkong, they would be in no danger. Of course, that was just a thought. Once Jiang Chongkong shouted, they would all rush out. The star demon exploded one after another. The mist of blood filled the air and dissipated in the night sky. Time passed slowly. In the blink of an eye, half an hour had passed. Jiang Chongkong didn't know how many star demon he had killed. He didn't stop. There were still a lot of star demons, but he could already vaguely see the light emitted by the barrier. He still had more than half of his star power in his body, and he was full of energy. He might as well kill them directly. Previously, he could kill for half a day. This time, he could kill until dawn, provided that Ji Xiling and the others weren't in danger. Now, he had to go near the barrier and meet them first. The Tai Chi diagram in Jiang Chongkong's palm shone. The Tai Chi diagram protected his body and repelled the star demon around him. He destroyed the star demon in front of him with one punch and moved forward quickly. The people inside the barrier watched with their eyes wide open. They didn't know what to say. They had never seen anyone who could practice martial arts to such a level. Is that a top-tier second-order armor with unlimited energy? The people from Kaxiang widened their eyes. If it was a top-tier second-order armor, he could indeed dominate the group of star demon. But there was a limit to one's physical strength. If it were them, they would have been exhausted. But Jiang Chongkong wasn't tired at all. He continued to destroy the star demon. I think we can rest in peace, a student from Kaxiang mumbled. The number of star demon attacking the barrier had decreased significantly. The barrier was safe and could last for a few hours. Is he going to attack us? Tang Ruashi looked at the figure moving forward on the screen in a daze. This guy didn't even think of shouting for them to attack. He wanted to kill them directly. The distance between them was shrinking rapidly. Any star demon could stop him. Not good, that's a late-stage nebula star demon, a student suddenly said. Open the barrier and rush out immediately. Tang Ruashi's expression changed. She immediately gave the order. Bang! On the screen, a bloody mist lit up. The student's face twitched. No need. That late-stage nebula star demon exploded. Everyone. A late-stage nebula star demon was also destroyed with one punch? What kind of strength was this? Ji Xiling was also dumbfounded. When did my brother become so powerful? After killing a late-stage nebula star demon, it exploded. Jiang Chongkong caught the star stone and hid it in his tattered clothes. Then, he continued to destroy it. As long as the peak nebula star demon didn't appear, there was nothing he couldn't solve with one punch. The group of people was completely relieved. Most of them didn't take the time to heal themselves and gathered around the equipment. Step by step, he destroyed the star demon with a flip of his palm. The barrier in front of him was getting closer and brighter. 15 minutes later, Jiang Chongkong destroyed another star demon and came to the 4 barriers. What are you guys looking at? Jiang Chongkong stood outside the energy barrier, a bit confused. What are you guys doing? Should I escape or not? Jiang Chongkong? My good brother. The 4 people on the barrier were shocked at the same time. They looked at him in surprise and then in fear. Be careful, clang, crack. The sharp claws of the star demon fell, but it shattered into pieces. Jiang Chongkong waved his hand and destroyed the star demon. He said calmly, "It's okay. I'm used to it." Everyone. Looking at the energy barrier, Jiang Chongkong sat down. It seems you guys are not in danger? Because you're here. Not for now. Everyone heaved a sigh of relief. Okay, let me take a breather and then kill again. Jiang Chongkong just sat there, and a group of star demons surrounded him. Their fangs and claws all came down. Clang, clang. Crack, crack everyone. They suddenly suspected that he was the star demon. Chapter 50. Everyone looked at each other in bewilderment. They watched as the star demon bit and scratched them. Not only were they not hurt, their fangs and claws were also broken. Everyone had mixed feelings, especially Kuxiang. The defensive power had exceeded the armor they were wearing. The students from the 2 schools were completely relieved and many of them began to recover. Tang Ruoshi was curious. She wanted to ask, but she didn't dare to disturb them. Seeing that he was fine, Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue heaved a sigh of relief and focused on recovering. Jiang Chongkong didn't forget to check his current situation while recovering his astral power and physical strength. Jiang Chongkong. Nebula Peak Low Rank and Middle Grade Martial Arts. Bronze Skin and Iron Bone. Perfected 1/64,000 Tai Chi Scripture. Deshang 2/16,003 Strikes of the Traceless. Perfected 23583/64,000 Essence, Energy and Spirit. 11. His Tai Chi had increased by 1 point. The 3 strikes of the Traceless didn't go to waste. He had almost improved by half. The astral power in his body was more vigorous, and he had a deeper understanding of the 3 strikes of the Traceless. He was confident that he could kill Chen Sanyan in 1 hit, even if he was in his prime. Next, he planned to use some of his energy to improve the Bronze Skin and Iron Bone and the Tai Chi Scripture. It was unrealistic to perfect the 3 strikes of the Traceless. He divided part of his essence, Qi, and spirit to upgrade 2 martial arts. Now, he needed to use these 2 martial arts. After resting for half an hour, Jiang Chongkong stood up and continued to kill. He didn't consume much energy and had fully recovered in half an hour. After making sure that they were safe, he went on a killing spree. However, he continued to fight for an hour or 2 before resting. He wouldn't let himself be exhausted again. God knew where the star demon would drag him to. If he was dragged to the star demon, he wouldn't even have a chance to cry. Ji Xiling and the others occasionally opened their eyes to look at the screen, then closed their eyes to rest again. Those who were lightly injured looked at the screen with complicated expressions after recovering. Envy, jealousy, and hatred. Could it be that this guy was made of alloy? But even if it was made of alloy, with so many star demon, they would be able to dismantle it. The number of star demon outside was rapidly decreasing. Occasionally, some star demon would be attracted over, but there weren't many of them, so they wouldn't cause much trouble. Time passed slowly. From late at night they fought until dawn. They slaughtered their way through the star demon horde. The star demon horde was no longer the same as before. The first ray of light tore through the darkness. The star demon outside the barrier was sparse. There were only a dozen or so of them left. The barrier opened, and when the group saw the ground, they were shocked speechless. There was minced meat everywhere, and not a single corpse was intact. A gust of cold wind blew over, causing everyone's bodies to shiver. Their hair stood on end as they shivered. This savage fellow. There was also a pile of star stones piled up there, almost forming a small mountain. With a single glance, the crowd could tell that there were no less than 300 starstones. Bang! Another star demon exploded. This one was at the peak of the star energy realm. As soon as the star stone flew out, it exploded. Even the star stones had been destroyed. Whoosh! A sword light flashed, and Ji Xiling chopped off the head of a star demon. She dug up the star stones and said, "Lend us your backpack." "Take it." A student threw a backpack over. The rest of the people hurriedly took action and finished off the remaining star demon. Inyenshue carried a few backpacks and stored the star stones into them. "Senior." Jiang Chongkong stopped. His clothes were tattered and stained with blood. Although he had the Taiji diagram to protect his body, he didn't have it when he recovered last night. It was inevitable that he was stained with blood. "Good brother." Ji Xiling patted his shoulder and said, "You're a good brother. Just now, Kashang's classmate said that if you have any requests, just say it." Jiang Chongkong blinked his eyes. "Just say it?" Tang Ruashi smiled. "That's right. As long as it doesn't exceed the 3rd grade, regardless of whether it's a weapon or armor, I'll agree to it." Jiang Chongkong pondered for a moment and said, "We'll talk about this when we get back. It's still dangerous here. Let's leave first." He didn't know what he should ask for. What could the rich Kashang give him? He'd better go back and figure it out first. This was a big deal that involved so many people. Kashang couldn't go back on his word. "Okay." Tang Ruashi nodded and waved her hand. "Let's go." When they opened the energy shield, they packed up their things. They put on their backpacks and left. Inyenshue put the star stones in 3 backpacks and threw them all to Jiang Chongkong. "Yours." "Thank you, senior. There are some in the late stage of nebula. I'll give them to you." Jiang Chongkong took the backpack and said as he walked, "Just take them. Don't absorb them randomly this time. Keep them at school or sell them for money." Ji Xiling said, "When you enter school, take these star stones back and finish the college entrance examination. It'll take you about 2 or 3 years." Jiang Chongkong, wasn't it a bit fast to finish the college entrance examination in a few years? Inyenshue's expression was cold. "We don't need the star stones. We have them before, so we don't need them now." Jiang Chongkong knew what she meant. "I'll go get my backpack. You guys wait for me for a moment." Jiang Chongkong said, "Let's go together." Ji Xiling and Inyenshue followed him. Zhang Hua followed Chao Yi with a gloomy expression. How can his strength improve so fast? If they hadn't seen Jiang Chongkong's strength, they would have doubted whether Jiang Chongkong was a martial artist from the Star Ocean. Even if he was at the peak of the nebula stage, he wouldn't have been able to kill so many people in the Star Demon last night unless he was a martial artist from the Star Ocean. Chao Yi said expressionlessly, "Don't think too much. Think about how to face the punishment when you go back." Carrying his backpack, Jiang Chongkong returned to school with the others. "Are you interested in joining the Xiang school?" Tang Ruashi walked over and asked in a low voice. "Tang Ruashi, what are you doing?" Ji Xiling and Inyenshue glared at her at the same time. "Miss Tang Ruashi, Chongkong the top student is the brother of Senior Xiling from our martial arts school." The people from the martial arts school weren't happy either. How could such a powerful top student be poached? When they came to the desolate Star Meadow together, they would definitely look out for each other since they were from the same school. Under normal circumstances, the martial arts school and the Xiang school would not kick them when they were down. Jiang Chongkong was about to speak, but Ji Xiling pulled him back and whispered in his ear, "You said you don't want to join any school yet." Jiang Chongkong was slightly stunned. "I haven't decided which school to join. I only know some martial arts. It's nothing." How could he not know that Ji Xiling was doing this for his own good? "If you haven't decided which school to join, name your price and I'll go to whichever school is better." Tang Ruashi's eyes lit up. This was a chance. "Let's hurry up and return to the city as soon as possible," Inyenshue said coldly. The journey back to the city was relatively uneventful because they didn't take the initiative to hunt for the Star Demon or lure the Star Demon. They didn't encounter any more star demon groups. When they encountered the scattered star demon, they were all killed before Jiang Chongkong could make a move. No one said anything about the star demon group's star stones. They all belonged to Jiang Chongkong. Jiang Chongkong didn't interfere with the scattered star demon group. He also returned Zhang Xiaoyu's phone. He didn't return the Yuanwu compass for now. He would return it when they got back. He walked with Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue, chatting here and there. Tang Ruoxi would come over occasionally to talk about Kuxiang's matters and the issue of remuneration. Jiang Chongkong listened to Ji Xiling but didn't rush to say anything. Instead, he chatted with Tang Ruoxi about the Xiang school. Chapter 51. Along the way, through Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue, he had a deep understanding of the martial arts school. Through Tang Ruoxi, he also had a better understanding of Kuxiang. The martial arts school's 5-year college entrance examination, from the peak of Star Qi to the peak of Nebula. In the first year, it was 100 star stones from the peak of Star Qi. In the second year, it was from the early stage of Nebula until the peak of Nebula. 100 star stones a year, 500 in 5 years. If it was completed in 5 years, there would be a reward. In the first year, if it was completed 1 month in advance, you would be rewarded with 10% of the star stones you hunted. If it was completed 2 months in advance, you would get 20%. If it was completed 10 months in advance, you would get all the star stones. If it was completed 11 months in advance, you would get a mysterious reward in addition to the star stones. However, the premise was that these star stones were hunted and not bought. If some people were rich, the school wouldn't let them earn money by hunting star stones. In his previous life, there were people who paid for graduation certificate. There was no shortage of rich people in this world. It didn't seem difficult, but it was difficult to pass the mock college entrance examination. More than 300 days a year, an average of 1 star demon every 3 days? Who could do that? Should I stay and kill 100 or 200 peak nebula demons? Jiang Chongkong looked serious. In this way, he would complete the 5-year college entrance examination on the same day. All the star stones would be his, and the school would give him a reward. Where else could he find such a good thing? Go back, leave this matter to me and Yanxue. Ji Xiling patted her chest and said. Ing Yanxue nodded slightly. Jiang Chongkong was relieved. However, there was still time before the school started to recruit students. He would come back to hunt when the time came. As for Kuxiang, it was only half a year before the college entrance examination to hunt the star demon. The armor was of a lower level than mechas. A real mecha could soar in the void. Kuxiang was indeed rich and overbearing, because he learned weapon forging, battle armor manufacturing, and mecha manufacturing. In addition to these, he knew some healing medicine and enhancement medicine. It was a proper school for training scientists, so he didn't lack money. Kuxiang had many businesses in Rivertown and other cities. The headquarters was an important place in the Federation. The martial arts school cultivated strong fighters for the Federation. The scientific society cultivated talents for the Federation. After knowing that Kuxiang school was really rich, Jiang Chongkong didn't know what to ask for. Weapons? He only knew the 3 traceless blades. If he wanted to use a blade, he would easily expose himself unless he learned another blade technique. As for the other weapons, he didn't know how to use them and didn't intend to learn them for the time being. I don't know what I want at the moment. I practice boxing. Boxing gloves? But my defense is better. Jiang Chongkong was depressed. Forge a rank 3 glove? It didn't seem to be of much use. His bronze skin iron bone technique was upgraded, and it was obviously more powerful. As for the gloves, it would be better to exchange them for a pile of star stones. How about a pile of 3rd-grade star stones? Kuxiang definitely wouldn't give it to him. Kuxiang had money, but star stones were very important. They refined the star stones into energy stones, which were used to provide energy for the instruments. A huge pile of level 3 star stones? They would rather give you a few third-grade weapons than a pile of level 3 star stones. A few pieces would be more appropriate. Alright, this matter isn't over yet. Do you want to share some of the credit? Tang Ruashi blinked and said, Share some of the credit? Jiang Chongkong was stunned. What credit? Tang Ruashi pouted and gestured for him to look at Zhang Hua. Using firearms without permission is a big crime. We'll bring him back. This credit is not small. No wonder you kept him. This is a blow to the reputation of the martial arts school. Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue said softly. Reputation? Do you care? Tang Ruashi curled her lips. Ji Xiling smiled. Indeed, we don't care. Then we'll share some each. If there was credit, there would be no sharing. Tang Ruashi nodded. After all, we're from the same school. It's not good for you to show up. Leave everything to me. Just take the benefit. As for keeping him, apart from these reasons, it's also because our surveillance cameras are always on. We can't destroy the cameras easily. After all, someone died this time. We can only keep him alive to exchange for benefit. The surveillance cameras of Kexiang University were on. Someone died in this operation. The school would definitely check the surveillance cameras and find Zhang Hua. If they destroyed the surveillance cameras, wouldn't they have a guilty conscience? It was better to keep Zhang Hua alive in exchange for benefits. After all, they were not in the wrong. Send us a copy of the surveillance cameras, Ji Xiling said. Tang Ruashi's expression changed slightly. She was a little hesitant. This matter can't be hidden. It will definitely spread. Aren't you worried that the martial arts school will not be able to poach Chongkong easily after watching the surveillance cameras? Ji Xiling chuckled. Hand it over. Tang Ruashi had no choice but to give them a copy of the surveillance video. After a moment of silence, she said, When you return to the city, it will be very different. What you want, we'll see what you lack. Jiang Chongkong nodded and stopped thinking about it. As for Zhang Hua, he didn't care about him anymore. The special star stone was stolen and his hands were chopped off. Even if he could recover, he could kill him in seconds. He didn't care anymore. Plus, he had caught the evidence. Everything was perfect. All that was left was to return to the city. They traveled during the day and the first half of the night. With Jiang Chongkong around, the Star Demon Group didn't care. Naturally, they didn't care about the danger at night. After traveling through the night, it only took them 4.5 days to return to Jiangqing. At the city gate, the soldiers guarding the city were rotated. Today, the soldiers guarding the city were unfamiliar. Jiang Chongkong didn't greet them. After returning to Jiangqing, they went back to their respective homes. Zhang Hua wasn't so lucky. He was taken away by Tang Ruashi. Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue helped him send the backpack containing the star stones to his home. Jiang Chongkong threw a backpack to them. This is what we discussed before. You will get it. Ji Xiling picked up the backpack. That's not right. So many? Opening the backpack, Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue were shocked. It was full of second-stage middle-grade and top-grade star stones. Good brother, don't stand on ceremony. Jiang Chongkong patted the 3 full backpacks beside him. I won't stand on ceremony with you. Why are you standing on ceremony with me? Ji Xiling smiled and picked up the backpack. Okay, I won't stand on ceremony with you. Baby Yanxue, let's go. Jiang Chongkong sent them off. He closed the door, took a shower, and changed his clothes. On the table, there was a palm-sized, shiny star stone. There were white spots of light in the star stone. This was the special star stone. He couldn't see anything special about it. After playing with it for a while, he looked at his data. Jiang Chongkong, Nebula Peak Low Level Middle Grade Martial Arts, Bronze Skin Iron Bone Art, Complete, 586/64,000 Tai Chi Scripture, Deshang, 493/16,000 Traceless 3 Blades, Complete, 24042/64,000 Low Level Low Grade Martial Arts, 1,000 miles of ice, beginner, 0 out of 500 essence, spirit, and spirit, 0 inch. Jiang Chongkong was slightly stunned. Since when did he have the 1,000 miles of ice? Low level, low grade? No, frozen? He looked at the special star stone and put it down. The 1,000 miles of ice disappeared. Was the special skill in the star stone a martial art? If he upgraded the 1,000 miles of ice, would he be able to extract the special skill? This is a valuable item. Jiang Chongkong quickly put away the special star stone. This piece was worth many star stones. Even if he wanted to exchange it for third-stage star stones, there would be people who would exchange it with a pile of them. Isn't it just a low-level, low-grade martial art? Jiang Chongkong shook his head in disbelief. Maybe he knew too little about the special star stone. Chapter 52. Special star stones contain special skills. Every special star stone contained the root of a special skill. Special skills were all very mysterious and powerful. Moreover, they could be upgraded by continuous practice. Unfortunately, there was only one special skill. According to speculation, it was an incomplete skill. He didn't know where the star demon learned it, but any special skill could be upgraded by several levels. It was powerful and could be upgraded by several levels. That was the information he found on the internet. Jiang Chongkong understood why special skills were so sought after. It was because they were powerful and could be upgraded. The low-rank martial art that was displayed just now was also the 1,000 miles of frozen ice? If that was the case, it didn't seem to be of much help to him. Any of his martial arts could be upgraded infinitely. This move didn't seem to be useful. He felt that it would be more worthwhile to sell it. Moreover, even if it could be upgraded by several levels, there was an upper limit. He could upgrade it infinitely. There was no upper limit. If he extracted it, he would gain a low-level martial art, or sell it for a pile of star stones. Jiang Chongkong knew how to choose. As for the power, he chose to ignore it. His bronze skin iron bone was very powerful. Was it not powerful enough to defeat the star demon? He kept the special star stone and the 3 bags of star stones. After ordering a takeout, Jiang Chongkong lay on the bed and slept. He hadn't slept well for so many days. He planned to wake up naturally. He slept until the next morning. Jiang Chongkong was woken up by someone. Someone kept urging him, "Open the door, little Chongkong. Wake up." Was that Ji Xiling's voice? Jiang Chongkong opened his eyes and was stunned. He put on his clothes and opened the door. Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue were there. Behind them were 3 men. "It's so early. Aren't you tired?" Jiang Chongkong invited them into the house and poured them a glass of water. I want to sleep." Ji Xiling looked unhappy and there were dark circles under her eyes. Ing Yanxue was the same. The 2 of them glared at him in dissatisfaction and pointed at the 3 of them. Vice Principal Chen Hua, Teacher Xiao Jiang and Teacher Chu Jun. "I gave them the video last night and was woken up as soon as I fell asleep. I'm already taking good care of you by letting you sleep until now." "Hello, everyone." Jiang Chongkong hurriedly greeted them. He knew about the video. He had asked Tang Ruoshi for it. It was the video of him killing his way in and out of the Star Demon group. "Come, sit down and talk." The 3 of them greeted him warmly, their faces brimming with warm smiles. Jiang Chongkong glanced at the 2 senior sisters and sat down. Chen Hua was thinner and had a head of silver hair. Xiao Jiang was very tall, almost 1.8 meters. He had fair skin and was a handsome old man. The Chu soldiers were tall and muscular, their muscles like dragons. Jiang Chongkong couldn't see through the 3 of them. They should all be in the Galaxy C or above. "You must have guessed that we're here." "Yes, you've been accepted by the martial arts school." Chen Hua took out a letter of acceptance and smiled. "Are you happy?" He was indeed happy. However, Jiang Chongkong wasn't stupid and wouldn't agree immediately. "Thank you, Vice Principal, for thinking so highly of me. However, I haven't made up my mind yet." What's your mind? Chen Hua frowned. Chu Jun spoke in a loud voice. What do you mean you can't make up your mind? Just sign it and you'll be a member of the martial arts school. Since you've accepted me, you should at least state your conditions. Jiang Chongkong said lightly. That's right. I do want to join the martial arts school, but it's not like I can't consider Kaxiang. Kaxiang, what's there to consider? You're very talented in martial arts. The martial arts school can guide you better and help you improve. Chu Jun's voice was like thunder, making everyone's ears ring. Chen Hua followed. Chongkong, Professor Chu Jun is right. The martial arts school has a lot of martial arts. It's the most suitable school for you. I don't think so, Jiang Chongkong said calmly. Without the school's help, I've trained Iron Shirt to the peak of Nebula and Tai Chi to the late stage of Nebula. Chen Hua and the other two looked at each other. Indeed, Jiang Chongkong wasn't of help. He had trained 2 basic martial arts to the peak of Nebula, and even killed his way in and out of the Star Demon group. Even the top students of the martial arts school couldn't compare. Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue were playing with their phones. They glanced at Jiang Chongkong. What's for breakfast? A cup of soy milk and 4 meat buns, Jiang Chongkong replied. Ji Xiling placed the order. Ing Yanxue continued to play with her phone. Chen Hua smiled. If a genius like you enters the school, of course there will be benefit. Tuition will be free and there will be scholarship. You will be notified of any school activities and benefit. Also, weapons and equipment will be included. After the college entrance examination, you can choose any job you want. Professional martial artists, the school will recommend and arrange for you. What do you think? Jiang Chongkong frowned. Just as he was about to speak, a strong voice was heard. Whatever the martial arts school can offer, Xiang Ku will double. A rich voice was heard. 2 men and a woman walked in from outside the house. They said with their heads held high, no matter what the martial arts school offers, we, Xiang Ku, will double. Chen Hua and the other 2 were speechless. Jiang Chongkong looked at the 3 of them. The woman was Tang Ruoshi. The leader was an old man. He had white hair, a ruddy face, and bright eyes. He seemed to be in high spirit. The other was a middle-aged man. He wore glasses, a black suit, and a gold watch on his wrist. Tang Ruoshi introduced. Let me introduce Xiang Ku's vice principal, Zhao Qinghe. This is teacher Li Mingde. Chongkong, Xiang Ku has come with full sincerity. A smile appeared on Zhao Qinghe's old face. Double? Chen Hua sneered. Old man Zhao, can you afford it? My martial arts school offers dozens of middle-tier high-grade martial art. He can choose whatever he wants. You give it. Zhao Qinghe's old face stiffened. Xiang Ku's martial arts was far inferior to the martial arts school. There were only a few middle-tier high-grade martial art. How could they offer double? Don't mislead the students. Teacher Chu Jiang interrupted. Although my martial arts is not as good as yours, I can make up for it in other aspects. Zhao Qinghe said confidently. As long as you enter the school, I will recommend it to the Federation. The Federation does not lack martial arts. We can also recommend it to the Federation. Both schools belong to the Federation. It's not just you, Xiang Ku. We have battle armors, star stones for cultivation, and medicine. Our monthly supply is double of yours. Relying on external forces will only waste your talent. Even if you want to start your own business, the martial arts school will support you. Xiang Ku has enough financial resources to support you to start your own business. My martial arts. I, Xiang Ku. Jiang Chongkong looked at the 2 vice principals. They were arguing so much that their spittle was flying everywhere. They were just short of fighting. The teachers from both sides would occasionally interrupt. They did not give in to each other. Not only did Ji Xiling not quarrel, but she also pulled Tang Ruoshi to add her as a friend. The female comrade successfully got her contact information. It was worth celebrating. He seriously suspected that Ji Xiling did not let him agree to enter the martial arts school directly because she wanted Tang Ruashi's contact information. Soon, the soybean milk and buns that they ordered arrived. Jiang Chongkong and the 3 senior sisters ate breakfast. As for the teachers and vice principals, they were still arguing. He did not care about them. My martial arts school offers the Starlight Meteoric Iron to compete. Chen Hua suddenly shouted, suppressing all the other voices. Xiang Ku's school suddenly fell silent. Panting heavily, they widened their eyes and looked at him in disbelief. Chapter 53. The qualification to compete for Starlight Meteoric Iron? Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue stopped what they were doing at the same time. Tang Ruashi also looked at Chen Hua in astonishment. Jiang Chongkong was a little confused. What was Starlight Meteoric Iron? Chen Hua straightened his neck and glared at Zhao Qinghe. What? Double it if you have the ability. Zhao Qinghe's face flushed red, and he held it in for a long time before he said, "We can give it as well, you're just saying it first. Didn't you say you would pay double? If it's not double, how dare you say that?" Chen Hua sneered. Martial arts geniuses should enter a martial arts school, not Kaxiang, who let you mislead the students. Zhao Qinghe looked at Jiang Chongkong, who was chewing on a bun, and said, "Chongkong, come to our Kaxiang for the Starlight Meteoric Metal qualification and double the rest of the cultivation resources." Chen Hua followed. "Come to our martial arts school, we have a lot of martial arts, you can learn anything you want." Starlight Meteoric Iron qualification? What is that? Jiang Chongkong was confused. Starlight Meteorite Iron is a mysterious meteorite that can be used to refine weapons. With the addition of the Starlight Meteorite the size of a fingernail, weapons within level 3 can be upgraded by 1 small level. Zhao Qinghe explained, Starlight meteorites are extremely precious, and the amount distributed every year is only the size of an egg. Professional martial artists from various forces in Rivertown would compete for it. Of course, this competition also required qualifications. The martial arts school has 5 qualifications, and the scientific society has 3. Other companies, groups, and the military also have some qualifications. Jiang Chongkong understood. It sounded like the Starlight Meteoric Iron was worth a lot. Weapons that were the size of a fingernail, and within the 3rd grade would increase by 1 grade. What would happen if they were all the size of an egg? Then, he should at least advance by 1 level? Ji Xiling secretly tugged at him, indicating that it was okay. "Okay, I'll join the martial arts school." Jiang Chongkong agreed. "Did you hear that? Old Zhao, join our martial arts school." Chen Hua laughed loudly and said with some satisfaction, "Go back to your Kaxiang. Chongkong, reconsider Kaxiang." Zhao Qinghe was slightly unwilling. "Principal Zhao, since we all belong to the Federation, why do we have to separate schools? In the future, if you have any requests, as long as it's within my capabilities, just give me a call and Chongkong will definitely not object." Jiang Chongkong quickly said. He had made use of Kaxiang. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been qualified to compete for the Starlight Meteoric Iron. As for Zhao Qinghe, a vice headmaster wouldn't look for him for anything, and even if there was, Zhao Qinghe probably wouldn't look for him. All right then. Zhao Qinghe sighed lightly before leaving with Li Mingde. Tang Ruashi didn't leave. She was still eating her buns. "Chongkong, come, sign your acceptance letter," Chen Hua said with a smile. "All right." Jiang Chongkong no longer hesitated. He waved his hand and signed the acceptance letter. "Professional fighter selection. I'll bring you there in 3 days." Chen Hua continued, "Get ready. In 2 days you will enter the school early. Don't wait for the enrollment to start." For a straight-A student like him, of course, it was better to enter the school as soon as possible. As long as he didn't enter the martial arts school, Kaxiang wouldn't give up. The acceptance letter didn't have any compulsory admission requirements. Jiang Chongkong didn't have to go. After the negotiation, Chen Hua left with the 2 teachers. After sending the three of them off, Jiang Chongkong turned around and entered the house. He was slightly stunned. Where are my buns? Out of the 4 buns, he only ate 2. Now they were all gone. There were also no buns beside Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue. She ate them. Ing Yanxue wiped the corner of her mouth and calmly pointed at Tang Ruoshi. Tang Ruoshi was stunned. It's obviously you. Ji Xiling yawned. She was a little sleepy and didn't say anything. Tang Ruoshi looked at the acceptance letter and shifted her gaze to Jiang Chongkong. You used me well. Are you satisfied now? Ahem, Senior Ruoshi, you must be joking. Jiang Chongkong coughed twice and laughed dryly. All right, I won't say anything. If you feel guilty, I'll help you forge weapons when we get the Starlight Meteorite Iron. How about that? Tang Ruoshi asked. Jiang Chongkong said without hesitation, Of course. I have complete faith in your skills. Of course. My baby Ruoshi is very good at forging weapons, Ji Xiling said. Jiang Chongkong was speechless. This is baby Ruoshi? Isn't this progress a little too fast? Ing Yanxue, you don't have any reaction? Tang Ruoshi said, I've already handed Chen Hua over to the Federation's Law Enforcement Bureau. He'll definitely be convicted. The Federation's Law Enforcement Bureau was responsible for arresting criminals and maintaining law and order. It was similar to the police in his past life. It'll be best if he's sentenced to death, Ji Xiling said. That's impossible. The martial arts school will protect him. But he's not fated to become a professional martial artist. He can forget about the Starlight Meteorite Iron. Tang Ruoshi said softly, No school will give up on a straight-A student. The 3 of them nodded. They had already expected this outcome. Losing the chance to become a professional martial artist would mean losing a lot of benefit. Zhang Hua was probably crying his eyes out. I'm sleepy. Are you sleepy, baby Ruoshi? Ji Xiling yawned again and asked. I'm very sleepy. Last night, I was questioned by the vice principal for the whole night, Tang Ruoshi said helplessly. Then let's sleep together. Ji Xiling pulled Tang Ruoshi into the room to sleep. Jiang Chongkong was speechless. Where should I sleep? Never mind. I've already slept for so long. He looked at Ing Yanxue, who also had dark circles under her eyes. Aren't you sleepy? Ing Yanshue's cold face lit up. Are you going to treat me to lunch now? Jiang Chongkong was speechless. I asked if you were sleepy. Treat me to lunch? You must have eaten the buns just now. He looked at her speechlessly. I've just had breakfast. I'll go find Brother Wen first. Let's have lunch together. I've told Zhou Wen that he'll order the food. Right, here's your phone. Ing Yanxue took out her phone from her pocket and handed it to him. Okay, you've arranged everything. Jiang Chongkong said, I'll inform Zhang Xiaoyu and the others. Bear with it and have lunch together. I'm not hungry. I'm just asking, Ing Yanxue said reservedly. Hee, I don't believe you. Jiang Chongkong didn't believe her. This senior might be a foodie. Chongkong, there's something I need to remind you, Ing Yanxue suddenly said. Jiang Chongkong said, Go ahead, senior. Ing Yanshue's expression turned serious. Your martial arts are very strong. The iron shirt can block the star demon. The school will definitely be curious. They haven't said anything yet, but they'll definitely mention it when you enter the school. They want to rob me? Jiang Chongkong's expression darkened. They won't rob me. They'll just mention it to you and see if you're willing to give it to them. If you give it to them, the school won't let you suffer losses. They'll compensate you. If you don't, the school won't rob you. The school doesn't lack martial arts. Ing Yanxue said. Jiang Chongkong heaved a sigh of relief. It was fine as long as they didn't rob me. If they did, he probably wouldn't even be able to go to the school. Okay, I'm going to sleep too. Call me for lunch. Ing Yanxue got up and went to sleep. Jiang Chongkong was stunned. He was a little envious of Ji Xiling. He had so many girls on his left and right. He was so good at picking up girls. Unfortunately, she was a girl herself. But all of you are sleeping. I'm alone. It's boring. Jiang Chongkong had nothing to do. His bed was occupied. He could only practice boxing in the yard. The practice of Taiji fist was silent. It wouldn't disturb them. However, in the room, there was a lot of talk about how to add something to make weapons harder and how to make armors. That's strange. Aren't we sleeping? Chapter 54. Xing-Yi Hotel was one of the largest hotels in Jiang City. A meal here would easily cost a few thousand. Jiang Chongkong naturally couldn't afford it, but Zhouwen would pay. At noon, Zhang Xiaoyu, Lu Jun, Lu Ye, and Lu Hong arrived together. Ji Xiling and the other two were here too, but Tang Ruoxi looked excited while the two senior sisters looked haggard. She excitedly dragged Tang Ruoxi to bed, but Tang Ruoxi explained to her for a long time about armor making. Everyone sat down and the table was filled with dishes. Roast suckling pig, lobster, nebula state star demon meat, and so on. They were all expensive dishes. Yanxue had ordered them in advance. Jiang Chongkong only knew about it when he arrived. If Zhouwen didn't say that he didn't lack money, he would have taken out a few star stones to pay the bill. Do you want to drink? Jiang Chongkong asked. Everyone looked at each other. Then let's drink. Zhouwen ordered a few more bottles of wine, and everyone started eating and drinking. University tyrant Jiang, it's a pity that you didn't come to Kaxiang this time. Zhang Xiaoyu ate a mouthful of food and couldn't help but say. Jiang Chongkong could only laugh it off. It's the same everywhere. We all belong to the Federation. There's no need to differentiate. Don't call me Tyrant Jiang. We're all friends. Just call me Chongkong. Speaking of which, it's all thanks to Chongkong this time. If it wasn't for you, we might have been eaten by the star demon. Lu Jun raised his glass. Let me toast you. Let us toast you too. Thank you for saving us. The others raised their glasses. Ji Xiling, Yanxue, and Tang Ruoxi also raised their glasses. You're being too polite. Back then, it was you guys who opened the barrier and let me in to rest. Jiang Chongkong drank the wine in his glass and said, in a place where the star demon is wreaking havoc, of course we have to help each other. That's right. Ji Xiling nodded in agreement. It's a pity that we didn't get the special star stone. If it wasn't for the star power bomb, which was too powerful and heavily injured them, Jiang Chongkong wouldn't have been able to get it. If it wasn't for the bomb, which was too powerful and heavily injured all of them, Jiang Chongkong, it wouldn't have been that easy. There were a few peak nebula cultivators present at the scene. Jiang Chongkong was confident he could get it, but it wouldn't be so easy. Now that he had obtained the special star stone, and the one who had snatched it was Zhang Hua, he did not feel guilty at all. At that time, he was already prepared to retreat, but he didn't expect Zhang Hua to still have a hidden card. If it was Tang Ruoxi and the others who succeeded, he would have turned around and left. No one would have thought that Zhang Hua would be so daring, Yanxue said softly. Yu's Han of you is Yanxue of you is Yen. Ji Xiling said regretfully, Yu practices the flying snow art. If she could get that star stone, she would be even more powerful. Sister, the special skill of the special star stone is just one move. Although it can be upgraded, it shouldn't be that important, right? Jiang Chongkong asked. Would the top student of the martial arts school lack martial arts? When he became stronger, he would be able to get high-level martial arts. Although it's only one move, it's very mysterious. Tang Ruoxi explained, if it's suitable for her, she can exert great power. It's even possible to defeat enemies of a higher level. How can it not be important? Jiang Chongkong didn't say anything. This was a powerful unique skill. Although it was a low-level martial art, it was normal to be able to kill enemies of a higher level. He was an example. When he was at the peak of the Star Chi stage, he defeated a senior at the early stage of the Star Cloud stage. Let's not talk about this. We're about to graduate. There are 36 provinces in the Federation and 11 islands in the sea. Where do you want to go? Ji Xiling changed the topic. She and Ing Yanxue had completed the 4th year of the college entrance examination, and the 5th year was almost there. Tang Ruoxi belonged to Kexiang, and her college entrance examination was even easier. She would probably finish it soon. It wouldn't be long before they would be assigned jobs. There were 36 provinces in the Federation and 11 islands in the sea. This was the territory of the Earth Federation. There were strong and weak provinces. Big provinces had more than a dozen cities, and ordinary provinces had 7 or 8 cities. Small provinces had only 4 or 5 cities. Jiang City belonged to a small province in the Federation, and it was a city in Jianghai Province. As for the 11 islands in the sea, he didn't know much about them. Jiang Chongkong smiled and said, "Senior sisters, you should be going to the big provinces, right? The students of the 2 schools would be assigned jobs after graduation. Most of them would be in Jianghai Province, and a few geniuses would go to the big provinces." "I haven't decided yet." Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue shook their heads and looked at Tang Ruoxi. Tang Ruoxi took a sip of wine and said, "I want to go to the big provinces, but they are more dangerous, and there are too few opportunities to make great contributions." "That can't be right. There should be more opportunities to make great contributions in the big provinces, right?" Jiang Chongkong was confused. "There are more opportunities in the big provinces, and we don't have the chance to make great contributions. We are geniuses in Jiang City, but we are average in the big provinces." Tang Ruoxi rolled her eyes and said, "I plan to go to the neighboring province of Jianghai Province, the Anding Province." There were 8 cities in the Anding Province, and it was one of the largest ordinary provinces. It was much bigger than a small province like Jianghai Province. Everyone laughed and said, "That's not bad. I wish you all the best. You will have a meteoric rise." Tang Ruoxi looked at Jiang Chongkong and said, "Chongkong, what do you think?" "I don't know, I just started school the day after tomorrow." Jiang Chongkong smiled. "Although you just started school, it will be easy for you to complete the college entrance examination." Tang Ruoxi smiled and said. Ji Xiling frowned. With Chongkong's strength, if he can go to the big provinces and have someone to guide him, he will have a bright future. Tang Ruoxi squinted her eyes and said, "If he can get involved in the construction of a city, he will have a bright future." Contribution to the construction of a city? That's difficult. Ing Yanxue sighed and said, "Ever since the world changed and the star demon invaded, there were countless casualties on Earth. In the end, they gathered together and developed into the Federation. Their ancestors studied martial arts, technology, and slowly took back territory and built cities. That was how the Federation came to be today. However, it had been many years since a new city was built. It would be difficult to get the contribution to the construction of a city. Everyone was silent. If they wanted to build a city, they needed to get rid of the star demon nearby. Jiang Chongkong was strong, but how could he get rid of the star demon in a city? Not to mention the countless star demon, just the powerhouses among the star demon had surpassed the star ocean. The current Jiang Chongkong was only at the peak of the Nebula Peak. Yes, choosing a place to build a city is also very important. There must be a mine nearby to support development. Now, unless an extremely strong powerhouse appears or the Federation takes action, it will be difficult to build a new city. Zhang Xiaoyu and the others said, "These things are too far away. Let's eat and drink first." Jiang Chongkong smiled and raised his glass. "You're thinking too much. Let's not talk about anything else today, just drink and eat." Tang Ruoxi did not say anything else. Just as Jiang Chongkong said, these things were too far away. As for what they said, Jiang Chongkong was only a little tempted, but he did not pay much attention to it. It was too troublesome to build a city. The most important thing now was to enter the university and get the Starlight Meteoric Iron. Next, he asked about the Starlight Meteoric Iron. Unfortunately, there was still 1.5 months before he could fight for it. The university would inform him when the time came. The group of people ate and drank happily. They were not in low spirits because of the future work assignments. After eating, they went home. Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue pulled him aside. "We will give you the bag of star stones later." "Why?" Jiang Chongkong was puzzled. "Stupid. Of course, we are going to cheat the university. There will be rewards for completing the exam in advance. The star stones you have are not enough for 3 years of college entrance examination. We will give you 4 years of star stones." Ji Xiling said in a low voice, "With your strength, the university will believe you. When the time comes to reward you, you can return the star stones to us." Jiang Chongkong. Well, the 2 senior sisters were very clever. The martial arts university did not expel them. Chapter 55. In the end, Jiang Chongkong accepted the star stones. It would be a waste not to take advantage of the situation. After resting at home for a day, it was time for Jiang Chongkong to enroll in school. Zhouwen came to pick him up and help him carry the star stones to the martial arts school. Vice Principal Chen Hua had been waiting for a long time. He immediately brought Zhouwen to the office. Enrolling was very simple. All he had to do was fill out a form. After filling out the form, Chen Hua said with a smile, "From now on, you will be a member of the martial arts school. The school rewards super geniuses. 300,000 star dollars every year. You will get 2 bottles of cultivation medicine and 5 star stones of the same level every month." "Thank you, Vice Principal." Jiang Chongkong thanked him. His gaze was sincere. "I heard that there are rewards for completing the college entrance examination early?" "That's right." Chen Hua nodded. "Then, let's complete the 4-year college entrance examination first." Jiang Chongkong brought 4 backpacks over. His, Ji Xiling, and Ing Yanxue's would be enough to complete the 4-year college entrance examination. "I heard that there are generous rewards for completing the college entrance examination early. How much does the school plan to reward me for completing it early?" Jiang Chongkong looked at him seriously. "Chen Hua. Damn, it's only the first day of school. No, it hasn't even been an hour. You completed the 4-year college entrance examination early? You've already prepared for it?" Jiang Chongkong opened his backpack. "Vice Principal, take a look. I'll carry it back after you're done." Chen Hua. Carry it back after you're done. He suddenly felt that the school's rules were somewhat unfair. He hadn't even gotten a single star stone, and the school was going to give him a pile of them? Or maybe they wouldn't give him a scholarship or something. "Ahem, Chongkong." Chen Hua coughed. His face was a little stiff. "How about I give you another one? Isn't it a little too little?" Jiang Chongkong frowned. "Vice Principal, it's all mine if I complete it 10 months earlier. There's also a mysterious reward if I complete it 11 months earlier. You'll give me another star stone if I complete it a few years earlier?" That was too unfair. The corner of Chen Hua's mouth twitched. He also knew that giving Jiang Chongkong another portion of star stones would be unfair to him. After some thought, Chen Hua said, "Your situation is really special. I really don't know how to reward you. What do you want?" "No matter what, we have to increase the star stones by dozens of times," Jiang Chongkong said. Chen Hua. "Are you King kidding me? 400 yuan, multiplied by dozens of times? Don't even think about it, it's impossible." Chen Hua muttered, "Why do you need so many star stones? Even if you use them for cultivation, you won't be able to use them up in a short period of time. Anything below Tier 2 intermediate grade is useless to you. Then, how much will you pay for a peak Tier 2 monster?" Jiang Chongkong asked. $200. 200. Jiang Chongkong's brows furrowed slightly. 200 pieces of peak Tier 2 spirit stones were equivalent to 80,000 essence, qi, and spirit. It was a lot, but he was not satisfied. A portion of this star stone would be given to the 2 senior sisters, but it would only be enough for him to reach consummate mastery of a single martial skill. If he wanted to upgrade all of them to consummate mastery, it was far from enough. Why, you don't want to. Chernhua felt a headache coming on. $200 is a lot. Too little, too little. I completed the 4-year college entrance exam on the day I enrolled. Do you believe that I can leave the city tomorrow and complete the 5-year college entrance exam as well? Jiang Chongkong said unhappily. Chernhua, you're awesome, I'm speechless. With Jiang Chongkong's strength, completing the 5-year college entrance exam would be too easy. Then, tell me, how much do you want? 200 pieces of peak tier 2 monster. I can compensate you for the rest. Chernhua thought about it and said, why don't I let you complete the 5-year college entrance exam directly? Jiang Chongkong said angrily, Vice Principal, is it really okay for you to trick students like this? Do you want me to not get the reward for completing the exam early? Chernhua laughed dryly and said, fine, tell me what you want, but don't do the 5-year college entrance exam. If he completed the 5-year college entrance exam, what reward would the school get? 3rd-tier star stones? And he would go to hunt the galaxy star demon for him? 200 pieces of peak tier 2 monster. The rest of the tier 2 monsters, a few thousand. Jiang Chongkong made his offer. Your asking price is too high. Chernhua's mouth twitched. Jiang Chongkong said, I only want star stones. I don't want anything else, including that mysterious reward. How about it? Dream on. A few thousand. Do you know how much the martial arts school has in storage? Chernhua rolled his eyes and said, how about this, I'll give you a number. If you can't agree, when the principal comes back, you can go to him. Say it. 200 pieces of peak tier 2 monster, 300 pieces of high tier 2 monster, and 400 pieces of medium tier 2 monster. That's all I have. Deal. Jiang Chongkong quickly agreed. He was rich, he was really rich. 200 pieces of peak tier 2 monster, 80,000 spiritual force. 300 pieces of high tier 2 monster, 90,000 spiritual force. 400 pieces of medium tier 2 monster, 80,000 spiritual force. Added together, it would be 250,000 spiritual force. Fine. Go pick a martial arts manual first, and then I'll assign you a teacher. Someone will bring you the star stones later. Chernhua turned on his computer. There were many martial arts manuals, all of which were low tier and medium tier. Can I not pick? Jiang Chongkong glanced at them. He wasn't very interested. The 3 martial arts manuals he had were enough for him. It would cost him a lot to upgrade them. He planned to learn more advanced martial arts in the future. Chernhua said indifferently, the martial arts you practice are all external techniques, from the outside to the inside. Your strength is not bad. But you don't have a pure inner force manual. The amount of astral power you have is less than your inner force manual. Pure inner force manual? My astral power is abundant? Jiang Chongkong frowned. All 3 of his martial arts had increased his astral power. Not only did it increase the astral power, but it was also abundant. But if what Chernhua said was true and he learned an orthodox inner force manual, would his astral power increase by leaps and bounds? Yes. If you switch to the fiery art, not only will your astral power increase, but you'll also have the ability to nourish your internal organs. Then there's the problem of the attribute. Chernhua said, some inner force manuals have attributes. For example, the fiery art is of the fire attribute. In fact, star stones have attributes too. But unprocessed star stones can only absorb some astral power. Attributes? Jiang Chongkong hesitated. He didn't care about the attributes of the star stones. He could extract them directly. But the attribute was a big problem. With the help of the attribute, the star stones would be more powerful. Take Qin Sanyan's mystic fire blade for example. His blade could emit flames, so he didn't need to bring a lighter with him. As for switching, it was better not to convert all his astral power into the fiery art. Usually, switching would be the first step to switching. But Chen Hua was different. He could practice at the same time and increase his astral power to a terrifying level. Then, are there any better martial arts manuals? Jiang Changkong furrowed his brows. You're only at the peak of the nebula stage. You haven't practiced any inner force manual yet. Luckily, your astral power is abundant. It's just right for you to practice low-level medium-grade fiery art. Don't look down on low-level medium-grade fiery art. Our school's top student Chen Sanyan practices it. He has mastered the mystic fire blade technique to perfection. Chen Hua explained, when you're strong enough, you can ask your teacher for more. Then I'll choose the fiery art, Jiang Changkong said. Your top student Chen Sanyan has already been killed by me. You can choose something else. I'm just using the fiery art as an example. No need. It's just the fiery art. You don't need to bring a lighter with you. Chen Hua. What the hell? You chose the fiery art because you don't need to bring a lighter with you? What kind of logic is that? Not long after, someone delivered the star stones to Chen Hua's room. Oh, by the way, where's the senior sister who sent me the money? Jiang Changkong suddenly thought of this matter. Yes. Chen Hua pouted. Lil Changkong. A pretty figure stood outside the door with a smile. Jiang Changkong. I want a senior, not a girl. Chapter 56. In the small house behind the martial arts school, Jiang Changkong, Ji Xiling, and Ing Yanxue were dividing the star stones in the house. I've completed the 5-year college entrance exam. Jiang Changkong sighed. On the first day of school, he had completed the exam. Now, if he wanted to, he could directly assign jobs and leave Jiangcheng. Not bad to be able to get so many rewards. Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue's eyes lit up. We don't want much, just 100 top-grade 2 ones. Give us all the star stones you collected for the 4-year college entrance examination. Senior, this is the top-grade 1 and the middle-grade 2 ones. They are useless to you. You can give me some top-grade 2 ones. Jiang Changkong said generously. 250,000 essence, but 100 peak tier 2 spirit stones only cost 40,000 essence, chi and soul. There's no need. These 100 peak grade 2 swords are enough for me and Yanxue. We are planning to enter the Star Sea realm. As for the 4 years of star stones, they are for others. Ji Xiling said, I borrowed some to help you collect the 4 years of college entrance exam. Take some more. Jiang Changkong chose the top grade 2 ones. It was a bit unfair to only give 40,000 out of 250,000. Although 100 top grade 2 ones were not a small amount, he didn't have many to begin with. Ji Xiling and the others probably borrowed it. If he returned it now, they wouldn't get any benefit. You are too polite. If we really need it, we won't hold back. It's settled. Ji Xiling took 50 top grade 2 ones and so did Ing Yanxue. The two carried 4 backpacks. We are going to return it, you can keep these for yourself. All right, I won't hold back. Jiang Changkong didn't say anything else. Withdrawing 240,000 essence, energy, and so many star stones would be hard to explain. Then, he would do it over a few days. Today, he would improve his bronze skin metal bone technique. The star stones that had been processed by the school were transparent and glowed like gems. Bronze skin iron bone technique was still short of 61,414. Jiang Changkong immediately withdrew 70,000. It was better to keep it in his backpack and throw it in the trash after he was done cultivating. After upgrading the art of bronze skin and iron bones, the astral power in his body increased by almost 30%. His pure strength increased, and his whole body emitted a blazing and fierce aura. His blood and chi surged. White smoke rose from the top of his head, and his blood energy flowed like a dragon. His 5 senses became sharper, and his body shone with a bronze light, making him look like a bronze man. The bones in his body creaked like a beast grinding its teeth. His bones were as hard as iron, and his skin was as shiny as copper. Jiang Chongkong. Nebula Summit Low Rank Middle Grade Martial Arts Bronze Skin Iron Bone Perfection 64,000/64,000 Taiji Sutra. Deshang. 493/16,003 Traceless Blades. Perfect. 24042/64,000 Fire Technique. Beginner. 0/1000 Essence, Energy, and Spirit. 8. 586 He comprehended the changes brought about by the advancement of the copper skin iron bone technique. Jiang Chongkong noticed the raging flame technique. This was a set of martial arts. Apart from the inner force, there were also martial arts and movement technique. The accompanying martial arts technique was the Mystic Fire Blade technique that Chen Sanyan had used before. The Mystic Fire Blade technique had 4 moves: Flame Blade, Red Flame Blade, Mystic Fire Blade, and Golden Flame Blade. The blade was like a flame, and the red flame was like a rainbow. It condensed the mystic fire and became the golden flame. Chen Sanyan had only reached the 3rd move, which condensed the mystic fire. That golden flame was the mystic fire. And the golden flame blade was a complete golden flame. It was powerful enough to threaten the martial artists in the galaxy. The movement technique was Mystic Fire Step. When it was perfected, he would walk on fire, and his speed would be like a flame. Jiang Chongkong lacked movement techniques, but he didn't lack saber technique. But by choosing the Raging Flame technique, he could use a saber to hide his 3 traceless blades. That was why he chose the Raging Flame technique. The power of the Mystic Fire Blade was no weaker than the 3 traceless blades. But the 3 traceless blades were silent, and they killed without leaving any wounds. In some ways, it was better than the Mystic Fire Blade. But practicing the Raging Flame technique required a large amount of energy, and he didn't have enough energy. Forget it. I'm not in a hurry to achieve galaxy. The Raging Flame technique can make up for my shortcomings. I'll just practice the Hidden Blade technique. Jiang Chongkong made up his mind. At most, he would run out of the city and kill more Star Demon. After thinking about it, Jiang Chongkong started to check the information on the computer in the house. It was a small house with 3 rooms, 2 bedrooms, and a training room. Every bedroom was equipped with the school's dedicated computer. This computer could directly connect to the school's intranet. Your teacher, Chu Jun, has sent you an email. A pop-up window popped up, and Jiang Chongkong clicked on it. It was the Raging Flame Technique's training experience, things to take note of, and so on. Chu Jun was practicing the Raging Flame Technique? Jiang Chongkong raised his eyebrows. The teachers in the school would basically teach you the basics, and then pass the cultivation experience to you. The assignment of teachers depended on what kind of technique you chose, and which teacher you would be assigned to. He had just entered the school, and Chu Jun hadn't had the time to teach him how to cultivate, so he could only send his insights. In that case, Chen Sanyan was also Chu Jun's student? Jiang Chongkong muttered in his heart, but he didn't care. He didn't even know if he could find Chen Sanyan's corpse. Even if he did, he wouldn't be able to find out that he was the culprit. On the other hand, the school was in a mess after the death of a super genius and a super criminal super genius. Jiang Chongkong shook his head and continued to check the information. Martial Arts Realm, Above Galaxy. Above Galaxy were the 3 major realms, Stargate, Constellation, and Starsoul. When a martial artist reached the Stargate realm, they would be able to seal their essence chi. If he wanted to extract it directly, he could only do it when the essence chi was dissipating. If he wanted to extract it directly, he would have to wait for a few hours. But by then, he would have lost a lot of essence chi. Jiang Chongkong sighed. It would be difficult to extract essence chi in the future. He couldn't wait for a few hours by the corpse, and he wouldn't be allowed to do so under special circumstances. Constellation Realm. Martial artists can hide their star power, soul, and blood chi in the Stargate. After death, the essence chi would dissipate very slowly. He wouldn't be able to extract it all even if he waited for a few days. Star Soul Realm. After death, all the essence chi would be hidden in the body. Moreover, in the star soul realm, martial artists would use star power to temper their soul. The star power and the soul would blend and become one. When alive, the control of star power would be perfect. Could be said that they could hit wherever they wanted, just like the white rainbow palm force. But for star soul martial artists it was instinctive. This kind of essence chi had an owner. Even if they died, the remaining soul power could be used to counterattack with star power. As for waiting for the star power to dissipate, Jiang Chongkong didn't have to wait. It might not even dissipate in a few months. Fortunately, the star demon didn't have the cultivation techniques of martial artists. It was just that the star stones had to be processed before they could be extracted. The star demon's corpse could also be extracted directly. This was no problem. After reading the information, Jiang Chongkong was glad that he had joined the martial arts school. In the martial arts school, he could help to process the star stones for free. In the future, when he left the school, he could also do it for only a 10% handling fee. If it was in other forces or companies, they would take at least 30% of the handling fee. As for the attribute, it didn't matter. It didn't affect the extraction. Jiang Chongkong continued to check the information, such as the nearby star demon spots and the mission network, where the school issued various missions. The teachers and top students in the school all had introductions. In addition to these, the school's martial arts manuals also had detailed explanations. He read them one by one. At noon, Ji Xiling and the others came back with a meal. Eat first. I'll give you some information later. Okay. Jiang Chongkong took the meal and asked, "What information?" 2 companies in Rivertown, 4 big bosses. Ji Xiling said lightly, "They will all participate in the competition for the Starlight Meteoric Iron." Chapter 57. The 2 companies were Jinda Company and Xingjiang Company. The CEO of Jinda Corporation was Ma Jinwu, a peak star ocean warrior who mainly sold star demon meat and star stones. Xingjiang Company's boss, Shen Jiangxing, was also at the pinnacle of galaxy. Other than star demon meat and star stones, the company also sold weapons. The 4 big shots were Qin Hai, Nieshan, Liangzhi, and He Long, all at the peak of Star Ocean. Qin Hai and Nieshan had opened a hotel together, and the Xing Yi Hotel that they had eaten at yesterday belonged to them. Liangzhi and He Long formed their own teams to hunt the star demon. These 6 martial artists from Star Ocean were not professional martial artists, so they had no right to compete. However, they had been operating in Rivertown for many years and had a few professional martial artists under them. They could participate in the competition. Aside from professional martial artists, there was another restriction in the competition for the Starlight Meteoric Iron. And under 30 years of age. Those over the age of 30 are not allowed to participate. This was a rule set by the Federation, and no one could violate it. If Jiang Chongkong wanted to fight for the Starlight Meteoric Iron, he would definitely have to fight with their professional martial artists. They had a few professional warriors under them, but Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue didn't know who they would send out. The top 3 in the Starlight Meteoric Iron battle would get a share of the meteoric iron. The first place would get half, the remaining half, the second place would get 30%, and the third would get 20%. After lunch, in the afternoon, Ji Xiling dragged him to take a photo for the school's website. He busied himself until night time. He ate something in the school cafeteria and went to bed. He shared a room with Ji Xiling, and Ing Yanxue's room was next to theirs. Ing Yanxue had brought along a junior, but he had gone out with his teacher to gain experience. As for Ji Xiling, if it weren't for Jiang Chongkong, no one would be willing to let this female guide them. Taking out the Sunflower Treasure Book at the drop of a hat, who could stand it? The night passed uneventfully. The next morning, Jiang Chongkong was taken away by the Chu army. Professional martial artists would be selected and sent to the Law Enforcement Bureau. Captain Wang. After entering the Law Enforcement Bureau, Chu Jun's loud voice resounded throughout the entire law enforcement hall. "Teacher Chu Jun, please come in." A middle-aged man walked out with a smile and led them into the office. Chu Jun pointed at Jiang Chongkong. "This is my school student Jiang Chongkong. He's here to select the professional fighter." "No problem." Captain Wang took out a form and handed it to Jiang Chongkong. "Just sign this." Jiang Chongkong glanced at the form. It was a registration form for professional fighters. There was a recommender on it, Chen Hua, the vice principal of the martial arts school. Normally, for the selection of professional martial artists, if the average person had a clean background and did not have any bad deeds, they would be observed for 3 months. In these 3 months, as long as he didn't commit any crimes, he would be certified as a professional martial artist. However, 3 months was too long. If he knew some people, he could get a recommendation and directly get a certificate. Normal teachers were not qualified to recommend him, and Chu Jun was not qualified either. After signing the form and taking a photo, Captain Wang took out a small green booklet and handed it to him. Proof of being a professional fighter. Jiang Chongkong looked at the proof and suddenly felt that it was so easy to get it so easily. The power of the martial arts school was indeed great. After getting the proof, the two did not stay any longer and returned to the school. Chu Jun was not in a hurry to leave. He taught him how to cultivate the fiery technique and only left after teaching him. Jiang Chongkong looked at the time. It was already 10 o'clock. He returned to his room. Ji Xiling had just woken up and saw him coming back. "How was it? Did you get the proof?" "I got it." Jiang Chongkong handed the proof to her. Ji Xiling glanced at it and returned it to him. "I have something to do, I'll go out first." Jiang Chongkong sat on the chair and played with his phone. He received a text message. There was an additional 300,000 star dollars in his account. Scholarship. He called Lu Feng. Previously, he said he would treat the 3 of them to a meal. Now that he had money, he wanted to return his phone. In the end, Lu Feng and the other 2 did not have time, so they could only wait for the next time. Jiang Chongkong had nothing to do, so he extracted his essence, qi, and spirit and perfected the Taiji scripture. His strength increased again, but Jiang Chongkong was not happy. His essence, qi, and spirit were almost gone. Yanxue came, carrying a bowl. "Ziling has something to do today. Help me get some food." Jiang Chongkong. He looked at her figure and then at the bowl. He was a little confused. "You're not willing?" Yanxue frowned. "You're not loyal." Jiang Chongkong coughed softly. "The scholarship is in your account today. What do you want to eat?" "Just order." Yanxue said happily, "Good brother, you're really a good friend." He passed the phone to Yanxue and asked her to order. Jiang Chongkong logged into the school's network. He wanted to check the missions. He did not have enough star stones. He wanted to see if there were any missions that could earn star stones. There were many missions, but they were all small ones. Juniors asking to fly with him. The canteen mission was to catch a star demon that could be eaten alive or a star demon's corpse. There were also some missions asking for pointers. These would not earn much star stones. Jiang Chongkong frowned. He still had 1.5 months. If he could not find a suitable mission, he planned to leave the city to kill the star demon. After searching for half an hour, a mission caught his attention: 10 consecutive victories in Wu City. Let them know how powerful the martial arts school is. Make a name for the martial arts school. Mission requirement: achieve 10 consecutive victories in Wu City as a martial arts school student. Tell everyone that the martial arts school taught you. Let everyone know that the martial arts school is full of talents and is the best choice to practice martial arts. Mission takers: 10 people. Mission completers: none. Only a top second-order genius can accept. Reward: negotiable. 10 consecutive victories in Wu City? Jiang Chongkong looked at the information about Wu City. Wu City was outside the city. It was about an hour away. It was jointly opened by 4 big shots from 2 companies in Rivertown. There were trading vendors and a martial arts arena. The transaction in Wu City did not ask for the source. Money and goods were settled. After the transaction, there was no going back. Jiang Chongkong regretted it. If he knew there was a Wu City, he would have kept Chen Sanyan's sword and sold it. As for 10 consecutive victories in Wu City, if he wanted to compete, he had to prepare 2 star stones. One was the registration fee, and the other was the battle fund. The battle fund belonged to the winner. For example, if a person fought 3 consecutive battles and obtained 3 star stones, but lost the 4th battle, the 3 star stones, including his own, would belong to the winner. If he could win 10 battles in a row without taking a break, not only would he get the battle fund, but he would also get 20 star stones of the same tier as the host. If Jiang Chongkong could win 10 battles, the host would give him 20 top grade 2 star stones. Other than this, there was also the ultimate difficulty of 10 consecutive victories. The 10th battle would be the primary stage of the Cosmic Sea Realm. If he could complete it, the star stones would be doubled to 40. The power limit was the Cosmic Cloud State. Jiang Chongkong finally understood why no one could complete 10 consecutive victories in Wu City. Even a super genius couldn't win 10 battles in a row without taking a break. The ultimate difficulty was the primary stage of the Cosmic Sea Realm. Even if someone could kill enemies above their level, they would be exhausted after the previous 9 battles. Facing a primary stage of the Cosmic Sea Realm at this moment would be suicide. Luckily, there was a rule in the arena. You couldn't kill anyone. You could admit defeat. Jiang Chongkong opened the school's customer service. 10 consecutive victories in Wu City, as long as the reward is star stones. How much can you give? Customer service. 100 top grade 2 star stones. What about the ultimate 10? Customer service. Young man, can't you think this through? Even a super genius couldn't complete 10 normal battles, and you want the ultimate 10? Are you here to make fun of me? Jiang Chongkong urged, say something. How much is the reward for the ultimate 10? Customer service. Twice. That's too little. The ultimate 10 is more than twice the difficulty of challenging a primary stage of the Cosmic Sea Realm, Jiang Chongkong replied. Customer service. 300 top grade 2 star stones, that's the most. Regardless of whether he was here to make fun of him or not, this was work, and he had to return. Okay, I'll accept it. My name is Jiang Chongkong. The Wu City will spread my name. Jiang Chongkong saved the screenshot of the message. This was evidence. If he completed it, what if the school argued with him? Customer service. Was his Chunibu syndrome acting up? Chapter 58. He watched as Ing Yenshua wolfed down several takeaways. Jiang Chongkong sank into contemplation. Both of his senior sisters were freaking abnormal. One was a lesbian and the other was a foodie with a huge appetite. She had finished a few $100s worth of takeaways. If not for the cheap ones, this meal would have cost a few thousand. After eating, Ing Yenshua was completely different from when she was eating. Her expression was cold and her eyes were calm. I'm going to train in seclusion. It will take a few days. Okay, I won't disturb you. Jiang Chongkong nodded and said, I have something to do. I will go back and stay for a few days. I won't disturb senior sister Zi Ling, Ing Yenshua nodded. Okay, I'll treat you to a big meal when I reach Shanghai. Jiang Chongkong smiled but didn't say anything. Treating me to a big meal is one thing, but I wonder if you've eaten all of your scholarships. After bidding farewell to Ing Yenshua, Jiang Chongkong looked at the star stones. He thought for a while and took out the rest, leaving only 2 top-tier second-rank ones. He completed the traceless 3 blades to perfection and added the rest to the Lai Hua technique, raising it to perfection. The astral power in his body surged and he emitted a blazing aura. The astral power flowed according to a certain route. Jiang Chongkong was surprised to find that the route was different. It was slightly different from the route recorded in the fiery technique, but it was more suitable for him. It was perfectly compatible with the three martial arts. Infinite compatibility. The martial arts that he learned were infinitely compatible with him. It could be said that it was the most suitable martial arts for him. Thinking about it this way, it seemed that he could give away the bronze skin and iron bones? This was a cultivation method that suited him. No matter how hard the others practiced, they would never be able to match up to him. Never mind, he would think about it when he came back from Wu City. If he couldn't get the star stones, he could extort them. An understanding of the fiery technique surged into his mind. The mystic flame bladesmanship and mystic flame steps seemed to have been practiced for countless years. The four moves flashed through his mind. The astral power gathered in his palm and the flames turned into a blade. Flame blade. In the next second, the scarlet flame was like a rainbow. Scarlet flame blade. Deep within the scarlet flames were golden flames, mystic fire blade. In the end, a dazzling golden blade exuded a terrifyingly high temperature. Golden flame mystic blade. He had mastered all four saber technique. Mystic flame step. His feet were first covered in golden flames as he walked on fire. His movement technique, saber technique, fist technique, and defense were all perfect, and he had no shortcomings. However, the astral power from the live fire skill was not more than any of the three martial arts. The three martial arts had been upgraded, and they could be considered as inner force. Jiang Chongkong, Nebula Summit, low rank, middle grade martial arts, bronze skin and iron bones, flawless 64,000/64,000 Tai Chi scripture, 64,000/64,000 traceless three blades. Perfect 64,000/64,000 blazing fire technique. Perfection 7, 321/64,000 essence, energy, and spirit. 0. He went to look for teacher Chu Jun. He wanted to collect a weapon and head to Wu City. Chu Jun was the only one in the classroom office. Chongkong, did you encounter a problem in your cultivation? Chu Jun chuckled when he saw him. Jiang Chongkong said, Teacher, I want to collect a weapon. I want to practice the mystic fire blade technique. I've already prepared it for you. I've been waiting for you. Your name is carved on the blade, Chongkong. Chu Jun smiled and took out a golden handle from the drawer. Inject astral power and you can use it. It's at the peak of level 2. Thank you, teacher. Jiang Chongkong put away the handle and thanked Chu Jun. He injected astral power into the blade and it popped out. The blade was straight and narrow, similar to the one in his previous life. 2 words were carved on it, Chongkong. Don't be so polite with me. This is what you deserve. Cultivate well and go. Chu Jun waved his hand. Jiang Chongkong left with the handle. He left the martial arts school and went to the bus station to buy a ticket. There was a direct train to Wu City, so he didn't have to look around. It was like a bus in his previous life, but this bus was sturdy and made of alloy. Even a cosmic cloud state star demon couldn't break it. After buying the ticket, the bus was full of people, but they were all dressed in black and covered their faces. Some were wearing animal masks, while others were wearing big sunglasses. All kinds of methods were used to cover themselves up tightly. Jiang Chongkong was the only one who didn't cover himself up. He was dressed normally, but that wasn't the case here. The people on the bus stared at him strangely, but they didn't say anything. There were all kinds of people in Wu City, especially those who went to trade. They didn't want to expose their identities, because the goods being traded were not normal. Some were obtained by killing people, and some were stolen. After looking at him strangely for a while, the people on the bus stopped paying attention. Jiang Chongkong didn't care. He sat in his seat and closed his eyes. He was going to complete the 10 consecutive missions, so he wanted to do it openly. The 6 bosses' subordinates would also participate in the Starlight Meteoric Medal competition. This time, he would test the waters and see how prepared they were. The bus started and drove out of the city, heading towards Wu City. The ground outside the city had long been flattened into a smooth, dry, and hard surface. The tour bus moved smoothly along the way. Jiang Chongkong looked outside the window. This was different from the direction he went before. This was the north of the city. More than an hour later, in the dense weeds, there were some stone houses and wooden houses connected together. The group of people got off the bus and headed towards those buildings. This was Wu City. As soon as they entered, there was a street of hawkers with all sorts of things on display. There were potions, weapons, and some maps. Jiang Chongkong even saw battle armors being sold here. The potions didn't have essence qi, so he immediately lost interest. The streets were crowded with people, especially since the people on their bus had just arrived, which made the streets even more crowded. What surprised him even more was that the weakest person here was a peak cosmic energy state. There was also a bunch of cosmic cloud states. He even saw many peaked cosmic cloud states. Without exception, these people were all masked, not exposing themselves. Jiang Chongkong squeezed through the crowd and headed towards the stage. He didn't like the things on these stalls, nor did he have the money to buy them. Make way, make way! Jiang Chongkong squeezed his way through the crowd and spent a quarter of an hour before he arrived at the stage. The stage was surrounded by people. At the edge of the stage, there was a middle-aged man in green robes who didn't wear a mask. His qi was unfathomable. The rest of the people were all cosmic cloud state martial artists. Many of them were peak cosmic cloud state martial artists. On the stage, there were two men in tattered clothes with the numbers 2 and 5 on their chests. The battle had just ended. Number 2, 7 consecutive wins. You will receive the battle funds of number 5. The man in green robes asked loudly, "May I ask if you want to continue?" The man in black robes left the stage dejectedly. The man in black robes supported his body with his sword. "That's it for today." "Sigh, it's over?" The spectators sighed. They missed an opportunity. After 7 consecutive wins, number 2 must be exhausted. It was the perfect time to take advantage of the situation. Unfortunately, his opponent didn't want to fight anymore. The man in green robes nodded and looked at the spectators. "Who's next?" "I'll do it. I'll do it." The crowd was surging. Everyone wanted to go up. Jiang Chongkong was anxious. If that was the case, his opponent would go up before he could squeeze through. There were so many people. When would it be his turn? With just a thought, he had an idea. Jiang Chongkong's body emitted a blazing aura. It was the aura of a peaked cosmic cloud state. Martial arts school, Jiang Chongkong, 10 consecutive wins. The crowd was shocked. They turned around and looked at Jiang Chongkong. 10 consecutive wins? The martial arts school hasn't lost enough. 10 top students came before. Although they were strong, they could only reach 9 consecutive wins at most. The spectators were shocked. They didn't expect this guy to come for 10 consecutive wins. The man in green robes narrowed his eyes. 10 consecutive wins. The martial arts school had failed 10 times. They didn't expect someone to come again. Number 2, who had just retreated, also looked at Jiang Chongkong in shock. A strange light flashed in his eyes. Taking advantage of the crowd's shock, Jiang Chongkong walked forward quickly. He came to the man in green robes and took out 2 star stones. Registration fee and battle funds.